You're the first to be on the chat. Nice to have you, bro. I hope you guys had an amazing night rest. Welcome back, guys. It's match day, and we have a couple of interesting games to be played today. Madrid game last night was very, very disappointing. Yeah, very disappointing performance and result for Madrid. In the last three games, Madrid has not won any. They've lost two and drawn one. The draw was last night against Girona at the Bernabeu, and that was a very, very disappointing performance from Madrid. But like I said yesterday, the league is over for Madrid. There's nothing Madrid can do when it comes to the La Liga title. The only trophy they can actually fight for this season is the Champions League, which is also very, very difficult. So let's see if they can do a comeback in the Champions League, but I doubt if that is going to be possible. Solomon, welcome back. Solomon says Barca can come back without Rafinha. Your thoughts? Boy, honestly, I think it's going to be very difficult for Barcelona to come back in that game because if they were going to play the return leg at Camp Nou, then I would say, yeah, it's very much possible and likely they would do a comeback. But since they are going away to the Atletico Stadium, the Cosmopolitano Stadium in Madrid, I think it's going to make it more difficult for Barcelona to do a comeback. But it's football and anything can still happen. But I think Atletico has an advantage at this point over Barcelona. Mokoena says, do you think Barcelona will win the La Liga? Yeah, of course. Madrid, I said it after that loss to, was it Osasuna last week? I said Madrid should just kiss goodbye to the league title because it's over. And drawing last night to Girona at the Bernabeu, then it's 100% sealed that the league is Barcelona's at this point, honestly. Madrid has lost the league. Then for the Champions League, they are just one leg away from getting knocked out. The only James says, Noble, I personally think that Abelwa is losing the dressing room because they can't win the league. So I think that Abelwa should worry about chemistry before he leaves. I think for sure that Abelwa, I've said is, I think Abelwa should have gotten sacked, yeah. Because he has no clue whatsoever he's doing at the club right now. He doesn't have a clue. Yeah, and the players, I don't. Sometimes it's difficult to actually say yes. The players are not backing a manager. Yeah, that's the easiest thing to say when the team is not getting results or if they are not performing as they are supposed to. But personally, I think Abelwa should have been sacked. It's not Madrid's level whatsoever. Solomon says Sporting Club can beat Arsenal. It's very much possible, right? But I think the chances for that are very, very slim. But it's football, anything can still happen. Yeah, it's match day, guys. It's match day. Arsenal is playing the first game of today because there was a game played yesterday. West Ham won 4-0 against Wolves. That was a very, very strong win. It was a statement win from West Ham United telling others that, come on, guys, we are not getting relegated. We are not getting relegated. We are actually ready for this. So it's a very, very strong statement from West Ham. Yeah, and I really love the fact that Nuno Espirito Santo is going to help West Ham not to get relegated because the Forest manager, if it turns around that West Ham doesn't get relegated, Spurs don't get relegated, and Forest gets relegated, then the Forest owner Marinakis is going to be dragged by the Forest fans. But let's see what the end of the season will be. Mokoena says today is Arsenal. Yeah, Arsenal has a game today. Like I said, it's the first game of Saturday, early kickoff. and it's against Bournemouth at the Emirates. That's going to be a very, very tough game. Very tough one, guys. But I reckon Arsenal is going to win that game for sure. That was my prediction. I predicted a 2-1 win for Arsenal. So let's see what the outcome of that game is going to be for sure. But I think Arsenal will win. It's not going to be an easy one. Nah, it's not going to be an easy game, but I do see Arsenal winning it. BGME says, hi, Lil Bro. BGME, welcome back. Toxic Edit says, Dictator lost 3 games in a row. Madrid didn't lose their game last night. They played a 1-1 draw. And I don't know what your obsession is with Kylian Mbappe. You and BGME, I don't know why you guys are so obsessed with Kylian Mbappe. Solomon says, PSG destroyed Liverpool. I didn't expect that. Wow. Now, personally, I was even disappointed with PSG because I was actually expecting a 5 or a 4 goal thriller from PSG, but they just managed to get 2 goals. Yeah, but they dominated Liverpool on all fronts. Liverpool had zero shot on target. Like it was that terrible. So Liverpool have a very, very big issue at hand. Falal says, why do you wear glasses? It's not medicated though, it's just for the screen. Yeah, because I used the screen a lot recently, so I just got it for precaution. Yeah, it's not a medicated glass, by the way. BGME says, West Ham escaped from relegation. Yeah, that's why I said I think at this point, the prediction that I'll be having for the 18, 19, and 20 position right now is Wolves definitely 20, Burnley 19, and Nottingham Forest 18. This is my prediction for the guys that will be relegated. Now, for West Ham, I think West Ham can actually escape it. That win last night was a statement win from them, and it's going to impact their season positively. Then Tottenham, their game against Sunderland today at the Stadium of Light. Is it today or tomorrow? Okay, I think it's today. Tottenham is going away from home at the Stadium of Light. It's a very tough ground to go to, right? And it's De Zerbi's first match, so it's going to be very difficult for Tottenham. But man, that game, I didn't predict that game though, but man, I think that is going to be a very tough test for Roberto De Zerbi. But let's see how that game goes. The only James says, do you like the Man United third shirt? Yeah, I like the Man United third. I like all the jerseys and the first, second, and third kits for Man United this season. I love them. Yeah. Also, this black color, I love it, and the other ones as well. So it's a very, very fine shirt. Toxic says, kick number 7 out of the club, Alvaro Dictator Mbappe. I don't know. BGME had to use Kylian Mbappe as his profile picture, and he said he's a dictator stuff. I don't know what you guys' problem is with Kylian Mbappe. Honestly, the hatred from you guys towards Kylian Mbappe is laughable. Mokoena says, do you think Arsenal will win the Premier League? Yeah, I think Arsenal definitely will win the Premier League, right? I appeared on Fans Tribe yesterday, or would I say midnight today, and I told them that Arsenal fans, they should just look after their Arsenal colleagues, the Arsenal fans, because if Arteta doesn't win the league this season, it's going to mess up with the mental health of many of these Arsenal guys. Lots of them have not seen their team win the league before. The last time Arsenal won the league was 22 years ago. That's a very long time. I remember that period, I think, okay, I was still in high school. Yeah, 22 years ago, I was still in high school. And it's been a very long time. So many of these Arsenal guys have never seen their team lift the Premier League. Some of them, it's just only the FA Cup they've seen Arsenal win. So I told them in that channel that they should look after the Arsenal fans, because it's going to be a very, very tough one for Arsenal if they don't win it. Solomon says we will beat Sunderland tomorrow. Bro, it's not going to be an easy game, honestly. Swiss says, but I think Tottenham can be relegated. Yes, I'm not saying it's not possible, Swiss. It's very, very much possible, right? But I think if they can get a new manager bounce, probably 2-3 games, if they can get wins. Okay, let's say out of 3 games, they are playing Sunderland, playing Brighton. Which other team are they playing in the next 3 games? I've forgotten the third team they are playing. So if Tottenham can actually get 2 wins from 3 games, then they have a very, very strong chance of not getting relegated. So I'm not saying it's not possible that Spurs will be relegated. No, I'm saying I think with the look of things, getting a new manager, yeah, I know Igor Tudor was a disaster. So there was no new manager bounce with Igor Tudor. But I think Roberto De Zerbi is a better manager. But let's see how that goes. So my prediction for the relegation is Wolves, Burnley, and Forest at this point. Except Forest goes on to win their game against Aston Villa. I think they are playing today against Aston Villa at the City Ground. So it's going to be a very tough one. IQ Emia says, hello, bro. IQ Emia, where are you connecting from? Nice to have you on the channel. The only James says it's tomorrow. All right. Nia Vex says hello. Tian Chi says hi. Okay, I think we have lots of new people in the chat. So guys, for those who are just joining us for the first time, do hit the like button. Also, do not forget to let us know where you are connecting from. Let's get the likes up, guys. Like I said, it's match day. Arsenal is playing today. Chelsea is playing today. Is it today or tomorrow? No, Chelsea is playing tomorrow. Liverpool is playing today. Barcelona is playing today as well. So it's going to be a very tough weekend. Amando Robert, is it? Okay, Amando Bertrand says Messi or Ronaldo. Definitely the GOAT, Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah, I'm picking Ronaldo all day. Philosopher Socrates says, my brother Hood Janos just died recently. Can you say RIP Hood Janos? Oh, sorry about that. RIP to Hood Janos. Who is Hood Janos? I don't know him. Official Jackson says, hi, can I be moderator? Nice to have you on the nice to have you back, Jackson. For now, I'm not changing moderator until a couple of weeks or maybe a month or thereabout. Fidel Banco says, what do you think of dictator Mbappe? What's up with you guys with this dictator Mbappe stuff? A lot of people have been running along with this whole dictator Mbappe. It's very, very funny. Toxic Eddie says, support Chelsea, the best team right now against City. Okay, I know definitely you are going to support Chelsea. TNC, where are you connecting from? As an Arsenal fan, I know definitely you are going to support. You are supporting Chelsea. Solomon says, what will happen if Mbappe joins Spurs and make us to win the league? Nah, that's not happening, bro. Funky Sam says, Mbappe should only come for second half, I think, at this point. Honestly, against Bayern, Mbappe missed lots of chances. Against Girona yesterday, he had a couple of chances. At least I would say about 2 or 3 clear chances that should have been goal. But Mbappe didn't score from those opportunities. Yeah, the goalkeeper made some saves. He missed some as well. But I think he needs to start scoring now. Very, very important. Solomon says, today, bro, Arsenal have match today. What will happen if Mbappe joins Spurs and make us to win the Premier League? Yeah, Arsenal has a game today against AFC Bournemouth at the Emirates Stadium. That's the first game that will be played today. It's early kickoff. Then, talking about Kylian Mbappe joining Spurs, I would just see that as a fairy tale because it's never going to happen, right? Fidel Banco says, what do you think of dictator Mbappe? I really don't agree with the title. you guys are giving Kylian Mbappe because of the whole captaincy saga with France. I really do not read much meaning into that, honestly. Yeah, I don't read much meaning into that. Fidel Banco says Mbappe is a dictator, is the reason that Xabi Alonso left Real Madrid. Mbappe was performing very well under what's his name? Under Xabi Alonso. The person who wasn't performing very well was Vinicius Junior Rodrigo, right? I think Rodrigo started performing well towards the end of Xabi Alonso's stay at Madrid. Yeah. So it's yeah. I don't see why lots of you guys are talking down on Kylian Mbappe. I think it's really unfair, honestly. It's really unfair on the lad for you guys to be talking bad about him like that. John T. Kashiap says, Hala Madrid. Yeah, bro, Hala Madrid. In as much as Madrid at this point, their game is just so tiring to watch and annoying at the same time. But I think next season, Florentino Perez needs to set the team up better, sign new players, get some guys off that team, and also sack Abelua. Because I think Abelua is not up to the level of being a Madrid coach at this point. Yeah. Solomon says, we will not relegate BG. BG Army says, Tottenham escape relegation. At this point, Tottenham are currently in the relegation zone, right? But I do think that they can actually come out of it. If they play their game today and get a win, then they can actually come out of that zone. Sorry, tomorrow. Tottenham are playing tomorrow. So if they can get a win tomorrow, then they'll be out of that zone. But it's going to be very difficult. Yeah, very difficult. But let's see what happens. Guys, let's get the likes up. Let's get it up. Solomon says we will not relegate BG. Mbappe is a good player. Yeah, Mbappe is a fantastic player. Yeah, he's a fantastic player. BG Ami says Mbappe is average Sunday league striker. This guy, you're very funny. Why would you say Mbappe is a Sunday league striker? Funky Sam says Vinny Junior is always trying to dribble at corners and loses. Vinny's ball recently has been very annoying, right? He did that lots of times yesterday. I would say more than 5 or 6 times yesterday. At that corner line, he would just hold on to the ball. There was one he did towards the 80 something, I think around 90th minute or thereabout. You dribbled past the first player, right? Your teammate is in a very good position for you to pass that ball so your team can score. But what he did was trying to sit another player on the ground. Like, I was really angry with him over that. Honestly, it was very annoying to watch him do that. I'm like, what in the world is wrong with you, Vinny Junior? You've already sat this guy on the ground. Why not release the ball? If you want to shoot, you shoot. If you want to pass, you pass on time. Fidel Banco says, why did he take the captain armband from Kante? Mbappe is the captain of the French national team. So I don't see any reason why you guys are lashing out on him. If he wasn't the captain, then I will agree with you guys 100%. But he is the captain. Yes, I understand the sentiment that if since it was Kante's birthday, ideally he should have just left it for Kante to hold on to the captaincy for just that match because it was a friendly game, right? But that is prerogative. He's the captain of the team. He can choose to say, okay, N'Golo, hold on to the captain armband. It's just a friendly game. Or he can say, N'Golo, yeah, bro, what's up? The armband. It's very simple. So I I really don't know why you guys are just making a fuss out of that, honestly. BJM says West Ham have better form than Tottenham and many better team. Yeah, West Ham, they did well yesterday in their game. Jada Young says hi. Jada Young, where are you connecting from? BGM says West underdog is crazy. Jimbo Edit says hi, is Kaylan. Kaylan, have you changed your name or this is a different account? Chris now says, can you sing a song? Yeah, definitely. Later on, I will sing a song. I always like to sing on my stream every day, by the way. Logo Bozo says hi. Logo Bozo, welcome to the channel. Where are you connecting from? I see we have a couple of new guys in the chat. So if you're just joining us for the first time, do let us know where you're connecting from and the football team you support so we can get to know you better. Yeah, because I can see a lot of new names in the chat. Luka Modric says it's over for us. Yeah, the season when it comes to La Liga is all over for Madrid. It's only the Champions League that Madrid would say there is a little hope. Yeah, but for the league title, I think La Liga is off. Because Barcelona is playing Espanyol later today. And I do think Barcelona is going to win that match. Yeah. If Barcelona wins that match, it's going to be currently 6 points ahead of Madrid, right? So if Barcelona win that game, it's going to be 9 points. Yeah, with how many games left to go? So it's all over for Madrid, honestly. The End Fighter says, hey, End Fighters, welcome back, bro. Let's get the likes up. I want us to get lots of likes on this stream. The more we get likes on the stream, the more YouTube recommends the stream to more people to join. BGM says West Ham is actually only team to cook Wolves in the 2026. Yeah, I'm really happy with West Ham's performance last night. That was indeed a statement win. Yeah, it was indeed a statement win against Wolves. Yeah, Wolves relegation, it's almost been confirmed, right? So it's not like they are fighting not to get relegated. They are just fighting at this point to spoil games for other teams. The End Fighter says, I'm a fan of Barca and FC Krasnodar in Russia. Krasnodar. Okay, that's the first time I'm hearing of that club. I think the clubs I remember in Russia are CSK Moscow, Zenit St. Petersburg, and which other team again? I think those two clubs are the most popular clubs I think I know in Russia. Fidel Banco says, do you think Arsenal will win the Champions League and what's going on in Manchester United? Arsenal, I think their chances to win the league is still very, very much high, regardless of their form in the last 3 games. In the last 3 games, they lost 2 games, first to City, the other one to Southampton, and their game against Sporting was very, very scrappy. It was a late goal from Kai Havertz that got them a win in that Champions League. So I think Arsenal still has a very strong chance of winning the Premier League. But for the Champions League, I don't see Arsenal winning the Champions League. I don't see them. But let's see how it goes. Then, talking about Man United. Man United is still in search for a manager, right? And it's very much likely that Michael Carrick is going to be given a contract to stay at least for 2 more years. Personally, I think United should give him the contract because he's done enough, but he needs to end the season well. I need Man United to get Champions League football. I've said this lots of time on the channel. If Michael Carrick gets Man United into the Champions League, which at this point is very much likely because 5 teams are going to the Champions League from the Prem. So if he gets us Champions League football, then 100% he should be given the job permanently. So let's see. Noah Football says, I like Liverpool. All right, Noah, nice to have you on the channel, bro. Thank you very much. Which country are you connecting from? Also, what's your thoughts on Arne Slot? Do you think Arne Slot should be sacked? Noah Football. Omar Abbasam says, yo, I'm back. Omar, welcome back, brother. Babus, is it Babos or Babus? Babus says, yo, hi. Babus, nice to have you on the channel. Where are you connecting from? Guys, for those who are just joining us for the first time, also don't forget to let us know where you're connecting from and the football team you support. That way, I can actually get to know you guys better and the team you support. Very important. Watan Word says Tonali to United, true or false? The news is getting very, very strong, right? But the fee, yeah, I'm not cool with the fee. I don't know why lots of Man United fans are gassed up about the Tonali signing. Honestly, I really do not know why. But I would pick my first choice when it comes to the midfield target for Man United. My first choice is Elliot Anderson. Second is Angelo Stiller of Stuttgart. Then thirdly, I would go with Bruno Guimaraes over Sandro Tonali. Then Tonali probably might be my fourth option. But right now, I'm not looking at Sandro Tonali. That's why I said I don't know why my United fans are gassed up about the signing of Sandro Tonali. Also, it's going to be very expensive. The only midfielder I think Man United should splash 80 million for, or possibly 100, is Elliot Anderson. But if Forest is going to get relegated, then the price will drop for sure. Ezra and Isaiah Do Gaming says, hi, I like Liverpool. Alright, we have lots of Liverpool guys joining on the channel. It's really nice to have you guys. So, the Liverpool guys have been... Okay, this is the question I always ask Liverpool fans that join my channel. Do you think Arne Slot should be sacked? Who is spamming the chat? Dribble Master. Why are you spamming the chat? Please, I don't like it when the chat is being spammed. Fidel Banco says there's a rumor that says that Xabi Alonso is going to Manchester United. Nah, I don't need him at Man United. Yeah, I don't need him. I think at this point it's just Carrick or Luis Enrique. Any manager other than Michael Carrick or Luis Enrique, let me say Luis Enrique, is going to be a big risk. So I would rather go with the risk. I'm very, very much sure of what he can offer. Jesus is my Lord says, I think the final will be Paris vs Barca, 3-2 for Barca. Mark my words. Well, Barcelona get into the finals. Man, I think it's going to be very difficult, yeah, because they are trailing by 2-0 in the first leg. So going into the second leg, they have 2 goals deficit, and it's going to be a very big problem. Honestly, it's going to be a very big problem for Barcelona. So I think Barcelona should be more focused on surviving against Atletico at the Cosmopolitano Stadium next week. Then they can talk about winning it, but they have to scale through first. Who is this guy spamming the chat? Jacko Sullivan says, you have PS5? No, I don't. Who is this spammer? Why are lots of guys spamming? Where is BGM even? I think I need to take this guy out. Who is this guy spamming the chat? I don't know why that guy is just spamming the chat. Some people will just come to a person's channel and the first thing they are doing is spamming, making it difficult for me to read other people's comments. Slim Gaffer says, Liverpool play good football, just miss Isak a top 9. Nah, Liverpool doesn't even play good football, bro, if that's what you're talking about. Liverpool has been very, very poor recently. They've been very shocking. Look at that. Look at that performance against PSG, for example. They had 0 shot on targets in that game. That was very, very embarrassing. Even Chelsea, that is also very, very inconsistent and poor, played a better game than Liverpool. Chelsea, I think for about 70 or 65 minutes, Chelsea were very much in that game against PSG. It was just the last 20 or 25 minutes that the Chelsea team just crumbled. But they were very competitive against PSG. They had lots of chances in that game. Scored a goal, scored 2 goals as well. So I think, I think Liverpool is on a very, very terrible. They are in a very, very terrible situation right now. Falal says, it's the first time I'm seeing you wearing glasses. I wear to because I have dyslexia. Okay, now I don't have eye issue. It's just like I said, I'm just trying to protect my eyes. I'm just trying to protect my eyes from the screen because I'm always on my phone or laptop very well recently, so I just decided to protect my eyes. Yeah, that's it. Slim Gaffer says Chelsea can't beat Liverpool. Come on, bro. Chelsea definitely will beat Liverpool. Yeah, Chelsea definitely will beat Liverpool. Liverpool are very, very terrible at the moment. Dixon says, can I get a shout out, please? My name is Dixon. Please, I'm begging you. All right, shout out to Dixon. Dixon, where are you connecting from? Omar Al-Bassam says, did you see Real Madrid versus Girona this game yesterday? And then the last minute there was a penalty, but the ref didn't allow it. I don't want to focus on that penalty, sincerely. Yes, that was definitely a penalty. That elbow to Mbappe's face, if not that elbow, he should have scored that goal. But the referee said it's not a penalty and he didn't want to check VAR. And also the VAR officials didn't call him to go check the monitor. I quite agree with what Abeloa said about that decision by the referee, that the VAR officials choose what to look at and what not to look at. That was a clear-cut penalty. There was no two ways about it. But in the same vein, Madrid is just so terrible at the moment. Yeah, they are just so terrible. So it's really a very tough one for anyone that supports Madrid. Bijami says, I need to go. Bye. Have good day. All right, Bijami, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much. Dribble Master says, how much years have you been a Man United fan? For about 25 years plus. Yeah, I've been a Man United fan for 25 years plus. Toxic Edit says, Mbappe is the best. What do you mean he got the rating of 5.3 out of 10 yesterday? This guy. I don't know what your obsession is with Kylian Mbappe. The way you guys are hating on Kylian Mbappe, like lots of people were hating on Cristiano Ronaldo, is very, very, very funny, honestly. It's very funny. But anyways, it still doesn't take the fact that Mbappe is one of the best players in the world right now. So that doesn't change anything for Kylian. Yeah, I know he's having a rough patch at the moment. He's not scored goals in a couple of games, but yeah, he will bounce back. The End Fighter says, how do you only have 7 people watching? I think this is peak cinema. One thing about YouTube is it's a gradual process, right? And I've been streaming for about 6 months now, right? So the channel is building. We are actually about almost close to 2,400 subscribers, and gradually we'll begin to get over 1K, 3K, 5K people watching at the same time on the stream. So it's a gradual process. I'm not disturbed about that because I know for sure that the channel is still going to be pushed to many people that will join, that love football, that will always be part of the community. So yeah, it's not a problem, bro. Toxic Eddie says, missing so many chances and still crying over penalty. Wow. the same you now. If Arsenal get a penalty and it's not awarded to Arsenal, you would definitely complain. You would definitely complain. So, for me, yeah, that penalty is not an excuse to dropping points against Girona at the Bernabeu. I think it's a disaster for Madrid. Personally, I do think that Abelua is not cut out to be the Madrid manager. He's just an amateur. So it's a very, very tough one for Madrid. I think the season is going to be, yeah, it's already ended for me, in my own opinion. Madrid's season has ended because at this point, Madrid is going to go trophyless again this season. Last season they were trophyless, and this season they are also going to go trophyless. Slime Gaffer says that referee cost a lot of us money. I know, right? Yeah, you guys give Madrid a straight win. If I want to play bet, right, I wouldn't even give Madrid a straight win. Honestly, if I want to play bet, because I know Madrid at this point they are very, very, very shocking. So I wouldn't give them a straight win. Maybe probably just go for maybe over 1.5 or over 2.5, because one thing with Madrid game recently is check their last 3 games. They lost 2-1 to Osasuna, right? Lost 2-1 to Bayern, and played a 1-1 draw against Girona yesterday. So Madrid game, it's usually both teams to score or over 1.5 goals to enter in that game. So that's one thing with Madrid game. But if you are going for a straight win for Madrid right now, for those who bet, it's a very, very risky thing to do. Funky Sam says, hey Nobu, do you reckon Ronaldo to score today? I think yes, Ronaldo can score today. Yeah, definitely. Anthony the GOAT, welcome back. Anthony says, yo. Yeah, Anthony the GOAT, welcome back. Guru Cuba says, do you think Diogo Costa from Porto can come in Chelsea to replace their biggest concern? I think Chelsea's biggest concern is their defense. Sanchez, in as much as I'm not his best fan, right? But I would say Sanchez, early on in the season, while Maresca was there, he was doing amazing. Yeah, since the new manager, Liam Rosenio, came in, I think maybe there is a little bit of an issue between the manager and the goalkeeper, right? But I don't think Chelsea's main issue is the goalkeeper. Their main issue is their central defense. Yeah, that central defense is a very, very big problem for them. Paris, is it Francis or Francis? What is that, an Indonesian flag? Falal says, is Xabi Alonso coming to Liverpool? If Arne Slot is going to get sacked, I think Alonso is one person Liverpool will go for. Yeah. Paris, Francis, are you from Indonesia? The End Fighter says, how does Mbappe compete with Kim Jong-un as a dictator? What's up with you guys with this dictator Mbappe? It's very, very funny listening to you guys talk like that about Mbappe. Anthony the Ghost says, let's get the likes up, Noble. Yeah, guys, let's get the likes up. For those who are just joining, don't forget to hit the like button. We have 14 likes at the moment. Let's get it up to 20 likes, guys. It's match day. Arsenal is playing Bournemouth later. It's an early kickoff game, the first game of Saturday. So let's see if Arsenal will actually get a win or possibly drop some points. But I think Arsenal will win that game. The End Fighter says, what do you think about Matvey Safonov of PSG? Yeah, I was impressed with his game against Liverpool. I think that's the first game I'm watching him play. Also, I didn't know he was Russian because I had to check him out. I had to check him out that day and I found out he's Russian. Also, there's this other guy that PSG signed before Donnarumma left PSG in the summer. Yeah, I've forgotten that guy's name, but I don't know if he's injured because I've not seen him in a couple of weeks for PSG. Paris Francis says yes, bang. All right. Okay, guys, for those who are just joining, kindly like the stream and subscribe to the channel. You liking and subscribing are ways you can support this channel to get the channel referred to more persons who love football to join in the community. It's a very, very big community, and we have lots of people from different teams that support this channel. It's not only one club. Personally, I'm a Man United fan, right? And my second team in Europe is Real Madrid. These are the two teams I support in Europe. There are teams I support in Africa, my country, right? But for European teams, I support Man United and Real Madrid. So we have lots of fans on the channel. Man United, Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, Newcastle, West Ham, Tottenham, name it, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico. We have lots of fans on the channel. So regardless of the team you support, so long you are a football lover, do well to join the community. It's a big community, and we have lots of discussions every day. I do go live every day for the morning show. Also, when there are games to be played, like we have games today, we have watch along for the Arsenal Bournemouth game, the Liverpool game against Fulham, Barcelona against Espanyol. Tomorrow, we also have Chelsea, Man City, Tottenham as well. That Tottenham game, I definitely will do a watch along for that game. Let me see what De Zerbi is up to at Spurs. Yeah, if I watch that game tomorrow against Sunderland, I can actually say for sure Tottenham will not get relegated or they will get relegated. But I would love to see that game tomorrow. Falal Alawal says, I am subscribed. Yeah, of course I do know that, Falal. Thank you very much for the support always. Omar Al-Bassam says, I want my Michael Carrick to be Real Madrid manager because I'm a Real Madrid fan. Nah, Michael Carrick is definitely going to stay at Man United. Flinch Whitey says, Everton. Okay, you are an Evertonian. Everton did well this season. They are doing well this season, by the way. Yeah, because if you look at where they were before David Moyes came back to take over the reins of affairs, they were in a very, very terrible situation. But ever since David Moyes came, he's brought stability back to Everton. Because I could remember 15 years ago, 17 years ago, Everton were more or less like, would I say Spurs? They were more or less like Spurs, right? Around those 7, 8, 9, or let's say 6, 7, 8, 9, you see Everton in those areas on the table. But recently they've been struggling. I think 2 seasons ago they were almost at the verge of getting relegated. Was this Sean Dyche that came to save them from relegation that season before David Moyes came? So Everton are currently very consistent and they are doing very well. They won 3-0 against Chelsea about a month ago. Yeah, before the international break, they won 3-0 against Chelsea. They won against Man United, having gone one man down in the first half. They've gotten a very good result recently. And also their game against Arsenal. It was just Max Doman's brilliance that made Arsenal win that game 2-0. Else, the game would have been a 0-0 draw. But Everton are doing very well at the moment. The End Fighter says, bye, I have to go. It's 3 in the night and I have a football game later. End Fighters, are you in the US? Because it's only the United States, I think, will still be midnight by now. Are you in the United States, the End Fighters? Toxic Eddie says, at Guru Cuba, we have already won it 14 times. Guru Cuba says, Arsenal winning league could be a dream coming true for their fans. Yeah, for the young Arsenal fans, that's definitely true. Guru says Tottenham getting relegated might end Big Six. I think the Zerbi might help them not to get relegated, but it depends on what the likes of Forest and West Ham will do. Yeah, because that win for West Ham yesterday against Wolves was a statement win. Anthony the Goat says Arsenal won the league 13 times though. Guru says 3-1 Man City win against Chelsea. Yeah, that's my exact prediction. But it might be more than that tomorrow. Yeah, that prediction might be more than that. But let's see. Toxic Edit says Anthony it's 14 after this season. You are yet to win it and you are counting the one for this season. You have to count what you have already won, not what you will win. Because you have not won the league yet. You can still lose it. Anthony the Go says, Toxic, what if they don't win it? That's the point. So you only count what you have, not what you will have. Arsenal guys, come on. Guru Cuba says, Arsenal can bottle this time. Well, like I said, I don't think they are going to bottle it, but it's still not beyond the realms of possibilities because Arsenal is unpredictable when it comes to bottling. Toxic Eddie says, bottling and a cup of tea. Falal says, I'm subscribed. Yeah, Falal, thank you very much. Guys, let's get the likes up. We have 11 people on the stream. So let's get the likes up, guys. And if you're just joining, don't forget to subscribe as well. The End Fighter says, yeah, I'm from America, but I love football and I love the game. All right, thank you very much. Honestly, I was thinking you were connecting from the UK. Yeah, I didn't know you were in the United States. Yeah, it's when you said 3 a.m. I'm like, nah, it's only US and possibly Canada. Yeah, people in that region that would still be around 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., or let's say 1 a.m. Yeah. Toxic Eddie says, we have Madrid fans in this channel too. Guru Kiba says, Robertson leaving Liverpool with Salah, end of an era. Yeah, I think Van Dijk might also announce his. Yeah, Van Dijk might announce his own about leaving Liverpool, but let's see. Yeah, it's going to be a new era for Liverpool. Lots of people expected this last season that these guys were going to leave, but they had to stay for one more season together and they won the league. Manchester City says, I am a City fan. Okay, I can see that from your name. Nice to have you. Are you in the UK? Manchester City, are you in the UK? Anthony the Go says, Guru, every footballer will retire one day, so there's no point in being sad. Yeah, it's for me, Robertson is a legend of the Premier League, right? Yeah, he's a legend of the Premier League. He's been consistent for a very long time. Yeah, he's been consistent for a very long time. I think Liverpool signed him, was it from Wolves? Yeah, I think it was from Wolves that Liverpool signed Robertson. He played in the same team with Harry Maguire in the Championship. Yeah, but Robertson for me is I think he will go down as at least top. When it comes to left back, I'll go with Dennis Irwin, Ashley Cole, Evra. Who else? I think it has to be Robertson. Yeah, Robertson for me is in top 4, top 5 best left backs in the history of the Premier League. Guru Cuba says, it does hurt to say goodbye to footballers we loved. Yeah, it's not an easy one, but it's something for sure will happen one day. Yeah. Manchester City, okay. The End Fighter says Van Dijk idol is Ice Spice. Got to go. Alright, brother, do have an amazing night rest and also enjoy your football game later in the day. Toxic Edit says, Anthony the Ghost says, Toxic, I'm definitely not heartbroken. Toxic Edit says at Manchester City, love you from the top of the table. uh, Manchester City, are you in the UK? That was what I asked you earlier on, or you're outside of the UK? I know there are not too many Man City fans outside of the UK, but there are so many of them in Manchester and in UK as well. Guru Kiba says news incoming: Van Dijk and Alisson leaving Liverpool cause of bald slot. I call him the bald fraud. Yeah, he has defrauded Liverpool of over 400 million pounds. Yeah, he's defrauded the club of a lot of money. Arne Slot, the bald fraud. Guys, let's get the likes up and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Like I said, we have a watch along later today. Arsenal game against Bournemouth at the Emirates. Yeah, also guys, do check out my preview. I posted 3 videos yesterday. One was the Man United Leeds preview. Also, I posted Chelsea Manchester City preview, and yeah, I think I posted the Arsenal one as well. Yeah, I posted the Arsenal preview against Bournemouth. So guys, do check out the 3 previews I posted on my channel and give me your thoughts about them. Guru Kiba says if all are gone, Liverpool are the next Spurs. Nah, I don't think it's going to get that worse for Liverpool. Yeah, and the Slot will be sacked before the club actually allows that to happen. Anthony says, I only cry when Ronaldo, Messi, Neymar, and Anthony retire. Which of the is it Anthony Dos Santos? Ademacham. Falal Alawa says, me or Messi? You or Messi? You are not a footballer, bro. Srushti Patil says hi. Srushti Patil, nice to have you on the channel. I guess it's your first time on Noble's View. Where are you connecting from and what team do you support? Guru Cuba says Anthony, same Pushkas as Messi, same World Cup as Ronaldo, same Ballon d'Or as Lewandowski, same amount of goals as me, goated Anthony, same Champions League as Zlatan. Okay, well, we have a couple of news actually to go over this morning. Yeah, Abelwa had lots of things to say about the game yesterday against Girona. Yeah, it was a disaster. Shrusti Patil says thank you, have subscribed you. All right, thank you very much, Shrusti. I do appreciate that. Which country are you connecting from and which football team do you support? Majid says, hi Noble, how are you, brother? I think we having a 0 trophy season after yesterday draw unless a miracle happens in the Allianz Arena. What do you think? Yeah, I think Madrid is going to go trophyless again this season. Yeah, they are going to go trophyless again this season. And yeah, it's very, very terrible for Madrid. A club as big as Madrid going back-to-back seasons trophyless. Last season, Madrid didn't win any trophy. This season, it's very much likely they are not going to win any trophy. So, it's a sad one for Madrid, honestly. Yeah, it's a sad one. And that game yesterday, also they lost to Osasuna. Those games were very, very annoying. Very annoying. Mariam says, Assalamu alaikum. How are you, Noble? Alaikum assalam, Mariam. I'm doing amazing. How are you too? Hope you had a great night rest. Anthony the Goat says, Anthony Mateus dos Santos, the GOAT of Brazil. Guru Cuba says, Dictator Stalin, Hitler, Kim Jong-un, Mbappe. What's you guys' obsession with Kylian Mbappe? I don't understand this whole dictator Mbappe stuff. You guys have been riding along for over a week now. Kati Truby says, yo, bro, I'm back again. Yeah, Kati, nice to have you back. Hope you had an amazing night. Shrusti Patil says, I am from India. Sorry, I don't watch much football, but yeah, sometimes I see them. Alright, Shrusti, thank you very much. Yeah, I know lots of Indians are cricket fans. Yeah, they are cricket fans. Are you from Kerala, Shillong, Kolkata, Goa, or Kashmir? Where exactly in India are you from? Guru says Garnacho or Anthony? Garnacho or Anthony? Yeah, in as much as I'm not Garnacho's biggest fan, right? But I definitely will pick Alejandro Garnacho over Anthony Dos Santos, honestly. Lionel Messi says, where is our Courtois? Yeah, that guy being absent is a big miss for Madrid. And I've been saying this all season. He's the main reason Madrid was still in all of these competitions. Yeah, he was the main reason. He was the main reason. Kati Truby says, I love your streams. Thank you very much, Kati Truby. And always you're there to support the channel. Thank you. Majid says, do you think sacking Alonso was a mistake? At the point, Alonso lost lots of games and points, right? Yeah, when Madrid gave him those couple of games, I felt, okay. That time Rodrigo started to play, I felt like, okay, in as much as the performance wasn't okay, the performances weren't okay, but I could just see one or two things, but the main thing was the results. The result was not forthcoming. So it's really difficult to sit back now after the sack has happened. A new person came in and the team is struggling. Yeah, it's very much easy to say, yeah, it was wrong to have sacked Alonso, but the team was very terrible then, right? And it seemed as though the dressing room, the likes of Vini wasn't happy, Rodrigo wasn't happy, Jude Bellingham wasn't happy. Like, some people were even saying Mbappe, but I found that Mbappe one strange because Mbappe was scoring lots of goals then. So it's very tough to say. It's very, very tough to say that, yeah, it was a wrong decision to sack Xabi Alonso. Yeah, like I said, the results then were very terrible. So I will. Yeah, honestly, I've not thought about this, but it's very difficult. I will say it's very difficult. I think I will say that Alonso is definitely better than Alvaro Arbeloa, right? Yeah, so I will go with, instead of sacking Alonso to bring in Arbeloa, you should just leave Alonso to finish the season. Yeah, I think that would have been my decision, but he has been sacked and we can't do anything about it. Mariam says, what are you all doing here today? Mariam, welcome back. Guru says, Mbappe as a dictator, sacked Tuchel, sacked Alonso, benched Hendrick. Shrusti Patil says, I am from Maharashtra. Yeah, I know Maharashtra in India. Guru Kiba says, Garnacho has Pushkas. I definitely will pick Garnacho ahead of Anthony Dos Santos. Yeah, Anthony is one of the worst players. Worst wingers. Shrusti Patil says, do you watch cricket? Nah, I don't watch cricket. The couple of times I wanted to watch cricket, it just didn't go as I would have. Yeah, the T20 World Cup that was played in Sri Lanka, right? I was supposed to watch about 2 cricket games, but one of the games, I think it was the India. Which game was that? India was playing against Pakistan, right? Yeah. I wanted to watch that game in the Cricket World Cup. I couldn't. The app that people recommended wasn't working on my phone. I couldn't even download it. Then the T20 final, between India and New Zealand. I tried watching it, same problem. So yeah, I just gave up on watching it. Gab owner says, my man, please don't ignore. Yeah, I'm not ignoring you, bro. Nice to have you back. Majid says, Walaikum assalam, Mariam. Nice to see you again, girl. Mariam, why is Majid's own Walaikum assalam or salama different from yours? Because you actually write it different. So which one is the correct one? Kati says, I have subbed and liked. Thank you very much, Kati Truby. I do appreciate. Thank you very much. Kati says, did you see West Ham won 4-0 against Wolves? Yeah, I didn't watch the game, right? But I saw the result and I was very, very shocked when I saw that 4-0 result last night. Yeah, it was a statement win from West Ham. Mariam says, nice to meet you to my Saudi friend. MBK says, we're out of the relegation zone. Yeah, that win from you guys yesterday, the Hammers. The Hammers really hammered the Wolverhampton team. They hammered their heads very, very badly. Lionel Messi says, feeling sad for Lamine Yamal. Why are you feeling sad for Lamine Yamal? Guru, okay. Anthony the Ghost says, Garnacho over Anthony is crazy. Yeah, but Garnacho is a better player than Anthony, right? Yeah, Garnacho this season at Chelsea is shocking. Mariam says, like and sub, guys. Yeah, guys, let's get the likes up. We are currently at 18 likes, so let's get it up to 20. Majid says he lost against big teams like Liverpool, Atletico, and PSG, but never against mid or small teams like Arbeloa. Yeah. It's really a dilemma, right? But I will definitely pick Xabi Alonso ahead of Alvaro Arbeloa. Yeah. Arbeloa for me is an amateur. He's not at Madrid's level, honestly. Yeah, I know Xabi Alonso would have been having some regrets that maybe he shouldn't have left Leverkusen for Madrid and all that, but yeah, it was a very terrible situation for Alonso. Getting the sack, was it 5 or 6 months? Yeah, I think it was about 5 or 6 months into the job. Wariston says hello. Wariston, where are you connecting from and which team do you support? Anthony the Ghost says Ayas Anthony was something else though. Yeah, Ayas Anthony was better than the Man United version. At Man United, I think the weight and the pressure at Man United was just enormous for him to handle. AMD says, don't watch cricket, it's waste of time. Why are you saying cricket is a waste of time? There are lots of people in India, Pakistan, Australia, and many other countries that watch it. Lionel Messi says how it feels to get rage-baited by a 40-year-old Bayern goalkeeper. Manuel Neuer's performance against Madrid at the Bernabeu was insane. AMD says, who is the most dangerous dictator, Mbappe or Genghis Khan? AMD says, did you see Ronaldo crossing from a free kick and then he celebrated alone? It was funny. Real Dandy says, do you remember Sunderland's performance at the start of the season in the Prem? Yeah, Sunderland, I think at the start of the season, they were like the miracle of the season, or the team that shocked everyone the most. Yeah, they were balling. I think during the first half of the season, aside Man City that won them later around, I think it was late November or first week of December. Man United were the only team to have won Sunderland in the first half of the season. They got the better of Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, I think. Yeah, I think it was only Man United that won them in the first half. Man City won them after that, I think around November ending, or before they went, the guys that went for AFCON went to play AFCON. So Sunderland had a very, very good first half of the season. That's why they are not even in the relegation zone. They are just in between the top 10 region, just dingling up and down. Mariam says, Noble, my brother, the sentence isn't actually English and its translation is peace be unto you. Therefore, we write it according to pronunciation. The important thing is that you understand. Okay, I get your point. I get your point. Anthony says Manchester United ruined so many other players' careers. It's not about ruining their careers. It's about those players being equal to the task. Some players cannot work under pressure, while there are some players that thrive in pressure environment. So it depends on the caliber of player and the mentality. That's very, very important. And the Premier League is not soft. It's a very, very hard and difficult league. Mariam says, yes, I know you notice that. Notice the difference. Haha, and there's another difficulty with the Arabic language because there are differences in their critics and letters that are pronounced but not written, and vice versa. Like the letter lam in As-Salam, peace be unto you. It's not pronounced but it's present. Some people will write it and others won't. Okay. Lil J Official, welcome back. It's been a while. Nice to have you back, Lil J Official. Real Dandy says Tottenham needs to beat Sunderland next to survive in the Prem. Yeah, if Tottenham lose that game against Sunderland tomorrow, then I think it's going to be a very, very difficult situation for De Zerbi and his sports team. Yeah, if they lose the game, I think the bare minimum they should get is a draw. They shouldn't lose that game. The best thing for them is to win, but if they can't win, they shouldn't lose. Ole cool, tell me something where I know fit do. Mariam says important thing is that when you learn Arabic, you will understand. Nah, I don't think I'll learn Arabic. That language is very, very difficult. Even Chinese language, when I was learning it a couple of years ago, I thought it was difficult, but yeah, it's not as difficult as the Arabic language. Yeah, it's I think the Arabic, I don't know if Arabic or the I don't know if it's Arabic, is it Hindu or yeah, Hindu. I don't know if it's okay. Hindi is a language, Hindu is a religion, right? Arabic, Hindi, is it the Ethiopian language? Their inscriptions are very difficult. Yeah, very, very difficult. Very difficult to understand. Majid says Assalam alaikum is when you initiate, and walaikum assalam when you respond. Basically, we add a W before it, which means Assalam alaikum to you too. And as Mariam said, it makes sense in Arabic more. Okay. I'm getting lots of Arabic lessons in the chat. Lionel Messi says, did you listen to the new World Cup song? It's only the France one that I've actually listened to. But I've seen a couple that people copied the French song. But I've not seen, like, there's no official World Cup song yet. Maybe in May we can actually get to hear them. But for now, no. Shrusti Patil says, cricket isn't a waste of time. Tell this to the 2.5 billion people following cricket. Yeah, that was why I told him cricket is not a waste of time, because there are billions of people that watch cricket. For example, Indians, Australians, English as well. England, people from England watch it because they play it as well. New Zealand, South Africa, lots of countries love and play cricket. In as much as I'm not a cricket fan, but I wouldn't call it a waste of time. Yeah, because any sport that you have over 1 billion people watching, yeah, I know football is the biggest when it comes to global sports, right? But cricket is huge. Lionel Messi says, I'm high and I'm getting higher. There's this song I'm trying to remember, right? I'm high. What's this girl's name? I used to love her songs. I'm high, I'm traveling. I've forgotten the lyrics of that song. I used to love that song very well. Lil J Official says, at Real Dandy would do cause I support Tottenham. Okay. Let's see. Pandi says, Anthony says Muliono is the GOAT. Who is Muliono? Galaxy Edit, welcome back. Real Dandy says, at Lil Joe Official, I support Chelsea, but I want Spurs to be in the Prem next season. Yeah, it depends on if Spurs can actually win 2 games in their next 3 games. That is very, very important. If Spurs can't get a win in their next 3 games, they are definitely going to get relegated, because at this point, Spurs is in the relegation zone. West Ham won yesterday 4-0 against Wolves. That was a statement win. So Roberto De Zerbi needs to do all he can to ensure that Spurs stay up. And one thing he needs to do is stop conceding goals. Very important. If they don't concede goals, that is a first step. Then they will try to score 1 or 2 goals. And if they score those goals, they should maintain their lead. Very, very important. Anthony the Goat says, 1 more like to 20 likes. Yeah, we just hit 20 likes, guys. So let's get the likes up. Shrusti Patil says it's Hindi. Yeah, that was why I corrected myself, because I remembered when someone in the chat told me, yeah, that Hindu is the religion while Hindi is the language. Anthony the Goat says that was Gujarati. Who is Gujarati? Majid says, pack this song for me at Real Dandy. Ravan says, bro, Paris FC defeated Monaco. Such an upset. Was it yesterday? I didn't know Monaco played the game yesterday. Mariam says, I am an Arab and I tell you that Arabic is extremely difficult. The Arabic we speak today has nothing to do with the classical Arabic, poetry, literature, or the grammar of the pre-Islamic era. Okay. So what is it, a different Arabic or a different language that was used before the Islamic era? Kuspandi Pandi says wine. Is it wine? I don't know if it's a translator that is giving me that wine. Dafa Sihab says next season Manchester United Champions League final. Yeah, it's very much possible. But let's see what happens. Yeah, let's see what happens. It's very, very much possible. But I'm looking towards the league next season. I'm looking towards the Premier League next season. Yeah. Lionel Messi says, not Americans making the World Cup songs like their home dance show. I really don't know who FIFA is going to get to do the World Cup songs, honestly. But I think for me, the best World Cup song so far was the South Africa one. Yeah, the 2010 World Cup. The Zamina Mina Waka Waka Zamina Mina Karewa. This one for Africa. Yeah, I love that song. GP Singh says Messi or Ronaldo. Definitely Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm a big Ronaldo fan, so for sure I'll go with Cristiano. Mariam says like and sub, guys. Yeah, guys, let's get the likes up. Let's get it up. Salim Al Mahmoud says, are you United fan? Yeah, Salem, I'm a Man United fan. How about you? Salem. Are you Saudi Arabia or I know definitely you'll be from the Gulf states. So I'm trying to guess the country in the Gulf states you're from. Okay, you're a Liverpool fan. All right. Yeah, nice to have you on the channel, bro. Okay, you're from Dubai, UAE. Yeah, I think Majid is also from Dubai. We also have a couple of Dubai people in the chat. Are you originally from Dubai or you just reside in Dubai? Real Dandy says Luis Suarez is open to join the World Cup squad. What are your opinion on it? Can he perform at his best? Nah, I don't think Luis Suarez should go to the World Cup, honestly, because Suarez is done. Yeah, Suarez is done, personally. I don't think he should go. Uruguay should take him to the World Cup. Mariam says, yes, Majid, I swear to God, I was dying when we were studying pre-Islamic literature and poetry. I feel like I wasn't Arab. I understood not, but not much. And Anta Ibn Shabab, may God burn him. Okay. User Anand says, hey bro, I am from India. Alright, user Anand, nice to have you. Which part of India are you from? Are you from Kerala, Shillong, Kolkata, Bangalore, Maharashtra, or where exactly in India are you from? Mariam says Waka Waka. Yeah, that's my favorite World Cup song, honestly. I love that song. 2010 World Cup. Salem says I'm a Liverpool fan. Okay. Majid says Mariam, that's right. And Anta Ibn Shadab alone is a disaster. Salem says I'm JK, I'm from Saudi Arabia. But I thought you said you're from Dubai. So are you from Dubai or from... Originally you're from UAE and you're saying you're from Saudi Arabia is different from UAE, is it not? UAE is the United Arab Emirates and it's different from Saudi Arabia. So which one exactly are you? Are you Saudi or you are, what's it called? Is it Dubai or UAE they call it? Mariam says, Noble, you always confuse Falal and Majid. No, I know yesterday I did confuse Falal with Majid, right? But Falal is from Dubai. I remember that now. Majid is from Saudi Arabia. I'm asking the new guy that came in the chat. Salem Al-Mahmoud. He's the person I'm asking. Kati says, oh yeah, I'm back. Yeah, welcome back, Kati. Luke McGrath says, what do you think Manchester United vs Leeds score will be? I predicted that game to be a 2-1 win for Man United, but honestly, it's not going to be an easy game. I'm not going to lie. In as much as a United fan, I would love Man United to win that game, but it's not going to be an easy game, frankly speaking. But I reckon Man United can get a win from that game. User Anand says, I am from Kolkata. Okay, I love Kolkata. It's one of the cities I really want to visit in India. Anytime I visit India, maybe this year or next year if I come on a visit to India. Yeah, but I would definitely give a shout out to my Indian people anytime I want to visit India, because maybe next year I might be on the road more in terms of traveling, because I've not really traveled to any country this year. Yeah, I've not really had time or a break to go for trips. So maybe when I want to go on a trip with my wife to one of the countries that we want to visit, then for sure I can come to India. Tia Sawa says, my name is Aaron Lorida. I come from Birmingham, UK. Alright, at some point it was difficult for me to pronounce the name because it's very long. So I had to start from the end. So I don't know if I cut your name short or I pronounced it very correctly. But it's nice to have you on the channel, bro. Which team do you support, Aaron? You said you're from Birmingham, the United Kingdom. Yeah, Birmingham. Okay, Birmingham. You have Birmingham Is it Birmingham City and Aston Villa, right? Those are the two big clubs in your city. Majid says, by God, the people of Saudi Arabia are truly noble. Salem. Luke McGrath says, okay, I already read that out. Salem says, I'm JK, I'm from Saudi Arabia. Okay, Tiasawa says, I like Real Madrid. Okay, you're a Real Madrid man. Mishra says, hi, Delhi. Yeah, definitely anytime I want to visit India, I'll give a shout out to my Indian people because India, I have a very, very strong fan base in India. Luke McGrath says, yeah, it will be tough. I'm a United fan too. Yeah, the rivalry between Man United and Leeds is very, very strong. Yeah, very strong. But I reckon United can get a win, but it's going to be a very tough game. Mariam says, welcome to Saudi Arabia and its people. Salem. Majid says, Abla the silly girl. Salem says, Noble View TV, I'm from Saudi Arabia. Alright, brother, well noted. I just wanted to confirm where you're from because I always like to know the people in the chat and in my channel. Yeah, it's very difficult for me to know everybody, right? But I try as much as I can to relate with the people in the chat. For example, there are so many people that, yeah, I have over 2,370 subscribers now, right? I don't know all the names, but there are some names I definitely remember, and there are some people who are very active that I know their names, where they are from, the teams they support. Yeah, and we vibe well in the chat. Ashish says, what's up, Analyst Noble? Ashish, welcome back. I know you guys, yesterday you guys went deep into that red zone. Yeah, it's a very, very tough one for you guys. But I do hope you guys survive this season. Kathy says, I love the kit you're wearing. I'm a Man U fan too. Thank you very much, Kathy. Anthony the Goat says, sorry, I got to go. See you later. Maybe peace. All right, thank you, brother. Do have an amazing day. We have live watch along later. The Arsenal game is an early kickoff. So let's see if there's going to be an upset, if we are going to laugh at Arsenal today or not. Let's see. Mariam says, like and sub, guys. Yeah, thank you, Mariam. Guys, let's get the likes up and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Majid says, we appreciate you for relating and caring for your subscribers, Noble. You're welcome, bro. It's really nice to connect with people, honestly. It's really nice. And connecting with people for a sport you guys have in common. Yeah, because there are so many crazy things going on in the world, right? And sometimes that's why I don't like talking about politics on my channel, because is one thing that makes lots of people sad. There are so many evil and mean things going on in the world. So for me, I see football as a sport that unites billions of people all around the world. So that's why anything political talks on my channel, I always try to avoid it, because yeah, even in my country, there are so many crazy stuff going on in different parts of the world. There are so many evils going on, but yeah, I just try to keep a clear head and just focus on the football that brings joy to the faces and laughter to the faces of people. Yeah. Avance says, what's up, Noble? Yeah, Avance, nice to have you back. It's been a very long time. Welcome back. Kati says, do you live in the UK? Nah, I don't live in the UK. A lot of people do think I live in the UK, but I don't live in the UK. I live in China. And I've been living in China for a very, not too long, but for a while though. Michael DJ says, who do you want to win the Champions League? It's not about who I want to win the Champions League, right? It's about who I think will win the Champions League. I don't know if that's the question you're trying to ask me, or you want to know who I want to win it, or who do I think is going to win it. They are two different questions. Now, if I'm looking at the team that I want to win it this season, then I will go with Madrid, Real Madrid. But if you are asking me the team that I think will win it, then I'll go for Bayern Munich, because I think Bayern, they are the best team at the moment, followed by PSG. So it's going to be a very, very tough one for Madrid to do a comeback against Bayern. But it's still not beyond the realms of possibilities, by the way. I still think something is possible. Mishra says UK. Mishra, are you in the UK? Cathy says, you live in England and Man United have the best fans and I love the kit you're wearing. Yeah, Man United has the best fans in the world. As she says, Harry Maguire or Bastoni? Harry Maguire or Bastoni? I like Bastoni, right? But I think for sheer experience, I will go with Maguire. But on the other hand, looking at it in a different context, the age difference is actually more. I think Bastoni should be in his 20s if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know his exact age. But let me check Bastoni's age, right? Bastoni's age. Let me check his age to be sure, because I'm guessing he should be in his 20s. Okay, 26 years. Yeah, Alexandro Bastoni is 26 years. And Maguire is in his 30s. So I think mainly the only reason I will go with Bastoni, for example, if you want to sign a defender right now and you have a 33 or 32-year-old Maguire and a 26-year-old Bastoni, I would definitely go with a 26-year Bastoni, because of the fact that he still has about 7 years to give me. At least 6-7 years to give me. But Maguire is just wrapping up his career. Yeah, so that's it. And she says Bayern for UCL. Yeah, definitely I'm going for Bayern for the UCL. They are the favorites, in my opinion, to win the Champions League. Yeah, definitely. Cathy says, subscribe, like, and donate. He's kind-hearted person. Thank you very much. Real Dandy says, who is Arsenal playing against? Arsenal is playing against Bournemouth later today, and it's going to be at the Emirates Stadium. So it's a very tough one for them. But let's see it. I think there might be an upset. Honestly, I'm having that feeling. Yes, I predicted an Arsenal win 2-1 against Bournemouth. But I'm having a very, very strong feeling that there is going to be an upset. Yeah, but let's see. As she says, I can't watch Championship in India. If we get relegated, it's over for me. Majid says, wise Mary, and I agree. Mariam says, yes, try to stay completely away from politics, because we'll turn into ferocious beasts when we disagree. Since no one likes their beliefs to be insulted, staying away is the best thing. Politics, unfortunately, corrupts everything it touches. Yeah, you do have a point. That's why from the onset, I just decided to stay away from politics. And also, when it comes to religious issues and political issues, I try to stay away from them. Yeah, I can have an opinion like outside of my channel, right? I'm a very, very I have a very strong opinion, right? So I don't actually like to get to mix it with my channel. Yeah, I don't mix it with my channel. It's different for me. So but I try as much as I can to stay away from politics on my channel. But I do have an opinion on different things going on, and for religion as well. Personally, I have lots of friends that are into different religions, right? So I'm a person that respects everyone's belief. But one thing I also let people understand is this: whatever belief you have, please keep it to yourself. I have my own belief and I'll keep it to myself. I will not force it on you. You also don't force yours on me as well. So we have a freedom of believing in whoever or whatever we want to believe in. So, but don't try to rub yours on another person's face. That's just my own mindset. And since this is a football channel, football is one thing that unites billions of people around the world. Yeah, it unites people in the world, and at least it's something that will help people's mind in terms of not going crazy. Because if you look at the things going on in the world, it might make a lot of people to even go insane. So football is like an antidote to the virus going on in the world. Yeah. Majid says football unites us. Wise Mary and I agree. Yeah, football unites us. You're very correct. Mahab Sini says football 1v1. Okay. I don't play football, bro. Mahab, where are you connecting from? Mariam says, haha, yes, Majid, I'm a very, very wise woman, I mean. She says, Saka on Mbumo. This season, I'm definitely picking Mbumo ahead of Saka. Funny Kid says, I'm back, remember me? Yes, Funny Kid, I do remember you. Welcome back. And Anthony says, would you swap Bruno for Pedri? Nah, bro. Even in a million years, I'm not swapping Bruno Fernandes for Pedri. Not going to happen. No way. Yeah, no way am I picking him ahead of Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, it's not going to happen. No way. Manchester City says hi. Majid says, God bless you, girl. Ashi says, can current Man United beat Barcelona? Man United current team. Of course, they can beat Barcelona, because if you check the big games Michael Carrick has been in charge for Man United, he's not lost any. Yeah, the Newcastle, I wouldn't really class Newcastle as big games. I'm looking at the likes of Liverpool, Manchester City, Arsenal. Okay, Man United has not played against Liverpool for the second leg, right? So, but Liverpool at the moment, they are very shocking. Man United can still beat them. So, I think, of course, yes, Man United can beat Barcelona solely because of the fact that Barcelona likes to play a high line, right? And Man United have players who have that blistering pace, the likes of Mbumo, Ahmad, Cunha also is very good. Šeško has that pace. So Man United can definitely beat Barcelona for sure. Okay, Majid says English press ruined Saka somehow. You have a point there, boy. It depends on the context you're looking at it. Yeah, it depends on the context you're looking at it. It depends on the context you're looking at it, but I think Saka has not reached his full potential. Yeah, he has not reached it, but I think the kid. I'm a very big fan of Bukayo Saka. Honestly, I'm a very, very big fan of him. But I think the injury he's had for like 2 seasons now have hampered his progress. Yeah. Brian Emilio says Messi or Cristiano. Cristiano all the way, bro. I'm a big Cristiano fan. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Ronaldo. Happy Dude says hello. Happy Dude, welcome. I think you've been on the channel before, so welcome back. And Adam Anthony says, what do you think of Šeško's performance this season, mate? Adam, Šeško earlier on in the season, he didn't do well. And since Michael Carrick came, I think in 8 games he scored about 6 or 7 goals. So he's been performing very well in the last couple of months, yeah, since Michael Carrick came. But when Amorim was there, I had doubts about him because I didn't see much. But so far, I think Benjamin Sesko, if the season ends like this, I would rate him as a, let's say, as a 6/10 in terms of the transfer. I would rate him like that. And he scored very crucial goals for us. And that's one thing I need from my strikers. When we are in dire need of a goal, come through for us. That's why we signed you. Yes, we know you are still a young striker and you have a very, very bright future ahead. But that future we are looking for, we actually want you to give us at least a tip of the iceberg right now. So Benjamin Sesko, I would say I would give him a 6/10 right now if the season comes to an end. Yeah, he's not the finished article. There's still much he needs to improve on, but his positioning and when he's in front of goal, he's lethal. Yeah, I really like him. Reluctant Gamer says Sesko not the answer for challenging title or UCL. Well, the only angle I will agree with you on that comment is you cannot have only Sesko as your main striker if you want to challenge for the UCL and the Premier League. Yeah, you need another striker because Sesko alone can't do that. In as much as I like him, I really think he's got so much to give. But I think for Man United, with where we are looking at going to, yeah, we need one more striker. Definitely. Hansen Seng FC says hi. Hansen, nice to have you. Where are you connecting from? Happy Dude says I'm sub to you. Thank you very much, Happy Dude. Guys, let's get the likes up. We are currently on 30 likes, so I need everyone on the stream to hit the like button and also do subscribe to the channel, guys. If you are new, do subscribe to the channel if you're new. Have you read the papers? Do you hear what they say? Rising unemployment, cost of living every day is getting high. Another student's about I'm in a box with a team kids. SK Brand Edit says hi. Okay, nice. I think we have lots of new guys in the chat. So if you're just joining the channel for the first time, do let us know where you're connecting from and the football team you support. Also, your thoughts as well on the game. Neymar Glazer says, you need someone like Kane. Yes, I have now subbed. Thank you very much, Neymar Glazer. Talking about Harry Kane, I think at the moment he's the best striker in the world. If Man United can have someone as top as him as a striker, then it's going to be amazing, honestly. I want Man United to sign him when he was about to leave Spurs, but that Spurs man, Danny Levy, wouldn't sell him off to any team in England, and he refused. Man United wanted Harry Kane very, very seriously, but yeah, that Levy guy didn't agree to sell him to United. But I think I do agree with Reluctant Gamer. If we want to challenge for the Champions League, Man United next season, only Sesko wouldn't do the job for us. Yeah. In as much as I like Sesko and I think he still has a lot up his sleeve, but I need more up front. I need us to, in our attack, each player in the attack is having 20 goals, 12 assists, 13 goals, 15 assists. This kind of numbers, if you have, out of your 6 attackers, for example, you have 4 attackers, each of them have double digits when it comes to goals and assists, then you know your attacking line is very, very solid. Mariam says, thanks, Neymar. Yeah, Adam Anthony says, which position should Man United get in the next transfer window? Bro, in anything Man United is doing, we need midfielders. Not one, we need midfielders. Casa is leaving. Definitely, we need to reinforce that midfield. And my priority when it comes to the midfield is Elliot Anderson. Like I've said many times on my channel, in all Man United is getting or doing next summer, they should do all they can to get Elliot Anderson. Because for me, he's a perfect fit for our midfield. I've watched him play lots of games last season and this season. Yes, he's in a very terrible Forest team, right? But even in that terrible Forest team, you still see him shine. You still see him giving very, very good performances week in, week out. So that's why I'm going for him. Also, I'm looking at Angelo Stiller. Angelo Stiller of Stuttgart is another player I'm looking towards for us to get in the midfield. Because Casemiro, I would have loved him to give us one more year, but since the decision has been made that he's going to leave, no problems. Thanks to Casa for the service all these years, and we have to look elsewhere. So I think we should get Angelo Stiller and Elliot Anderson. Dylan Martin says United. Yeah, bro, United for life. Adam says Madrid, Barcelona had already beaten Real Madrid in the league, so no. I think Madrid has lost the league to Barcelona. Yeah. Madrid has lost the league to Barcelona because they've lost points recently, and that is not good for their league title chase. It's not good. Honestly, it is not. But I think for the Champions League one, Barcelona have already they have a very, very tough game in the Champions League. Yeah. I don't think Barcelona is going to do a comeback against Atletico. I really do not think so. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay, I think we have a couple of chats. Neymar says Elliot Anderson is class. Yeah, he's my favorite midfielder at the moment. Honestly, he's my favorite midfielder now. Majid says Barcelona lost to Madrid in the first leg and Atletico in the Champions League. At Adam. Yeah, Barcelona against Madrid, that first game, yeah, they lost. I think it was Jude Bellingham that scored the winner in that game. It was a 2-1 win. Then Atletico Madrid have won Barcelona how many times this season? I don't know what the result in the first leg of La Liga of their La Liga meeting was. But in the Copa del Rey, Atletico won one of the game, the first leg, while Barcelona won the second leg. Now in the Champions League, Atletico have actually won the first leg in the Champions League. And also, if you look at the league second leg, Barcelona won 2-1, which I think that referee decision not to have given a red card to Pau Kubasi was the main reason that Atletico lost that game to Barcelona. Ashish says Chomeni or Caicedo. I don't know how to spell Chomeni. Chomeni. I think you missed an A. If I'm correct. Yeah, but it's all good. It's not your language, so it's his French. So it's not even English. It's a French name. So sometimes it's very difficult to get the correct spelling for some French names. Let's see. Talking about Chomeni or Caicedo. Man, Caicedo this season has been poor. Yeah, he has been poor. So I think for this season I won't pick Caicedo ahead of Chomeni. But if it's in general, I would pick Chomeni ahead of Caicedo or previous seasons. But for this season, this season I will not pick Caicedo ahead of Chomeni because Caicedo this season has been poor. Adam says, do you think Ruben Amorim should have been given more time in Manchester United? Honestly, I'm a big fan of Ruben Amorim, right? And I saw the progress we were making. Yes, we were not really at the level we wanted to be, But I could see the progress he made from where we were last season. Last season was a disaster. It was very terrible. So I saw the improvement from last season, and also we were scoring lots of goals. But the major problem we had during the Amorim time before he got sacked was the fact that we were conceding too many goals, and I didn't like that. Yeah, that was the only issue we had then. And if you look at December, five, okay, was it four players? Four players went to the AFCON, right? Amad Diallo, Brian Mbumo, Nusem Mazraoui. Who else? Or was it just three of them? Okay, yeah, three of them went to AFCON, right? And these were very key players. And you had the likes of Bruno. Yeah, Kobe wasn't playing, so him getting injured is not an excuse. Bruno was unavailable. Harry Maguire, Matthias De Ligt, and also Lisandro Martinez. Martinez came in and played, I think Martinez played about 2 matches or 3 before Amorim got sacked. So Amorim missed lots of players in December. I think if all these guys were available, Man United should have picked 9 or 10 points from those games they dropped points, sincerely. Because we played lots of draws in that period, and those points really hampered our chances of getting into the top 4. Yeah, so I honestly at that point I didn't concur or agree to the decision to sack Amorim, because I've seen the improvements we've made. Yes, we were not really at the level we wanted Man United to be, because for example, for me as a Man United fan, I've supported United for over 2 decades, right? I've seen success with Man United. I know what it feels like for your team to win a Premier League, a Champions League, an FA Cup, a Carabao Cup, a Europa League. I've seen all that, right? But we've not yet gotten to that level. So I was looking towards giving him time. Yeah, I think the sack wasn't really about the performance. It was just really about a management stuff or a management issue. Yeah, tussle of power between Amorim and the technical director or sporting director, whichever name they call him, Jason Wilcox. So that was the main reason Amorim left. So at that point when he was sacked, I wasn't in tune or happy with that decision. But my point then was, don't get me Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because I don't need him. You rather get me Carrick, or you just leave Darren Fletcher to end the season. Riley Potter says, can you say why are you running? Are you second Esbilad? Because it's only Esbilad that usually says that on the channel. Okay, let's see. Hashir says, as an Arsenal fan, Manchester is red. Manchester City have to get better. Arsenal are going to go 12 points clear today. It's going to be a tough game for you guys at the Emirates against Bournemouth. You guys lost last season against them, right? It's going to be a very tough game. But I think Arsenal can get the 3 points against Bournemouth today, because it's an early kickoff. I think they can get it. So let's see how that goes, by the way. Let's see. Guys, if you're just joining, hit the like button. Daylan Martin says hi. Firasal Casey says, yo, how are you? I'm doing amazing, brother. Welcome back. Mariam says, guys, let's get this to 40 likes. Yeah, guys, let's get the likes up to 40. Let's get the likes up. Hashir says, we are good. All right, bro. Guys, let's get the likes up. Let's get it up. I'll be where the papers. Do you hear what they say? Rising unemployment, cost of living every day is getting high. Adam Anthony says, at Madrid, can't expose anything if Barcelona will control the game easily. Now, I think if a decent big team plays against Barcelona that have very, very sharp attackers that have pace, yeah, I think they can definitely get a result against Barcelona. Yeah, because Barcelona play a high line, and if a team can actually break that their press, then you can penetrate the Barcelona um you can penetrate the Barcelona defense for sure. Legend Sunil Chetri says at Hasha, Arsenal fans should shut their mouth up. Okay, should shut up their mouth. I know definitely if Arsenal wins the Premier League, Arsenal fans are going to allow us to breathe. Honestly, they are not going to allow us. They are going to try to suffocate us on this internet. Yeah, that's what they will do. But you really can't blame them because they've been without the Premier League for 22 years. So if they end up winning it this season, it's a big achievement for them. Okay. Neymar Glazer says Arsenal are trash. It seems lots of people don't like Arsenal, honestly. There are lots of fans, football fans, that don't like Arsenal. And I think sometimes it's because of Arsenal fans' take on the internet space. Sometimes you see them talking about Saka being better than, they'll pick Saka ahead of Messi or Ronaldo and all that stuff they say. Sometimes it makes other football fans angry. Neymar says, Nate 3-2. Hashi says, we beat Man United. You beat Man United in the first game of the season, right? And that was a 1-0 victory. In the second leg, Man United won 3-2 against Arsenal. So, it was a 50-50. You won the first one, Man United won the second. And even in that first one, you won that first game of the season. Man United played better than Arsenal in that game. Yeah, they played better than Arsenal, so it's not a problem. Honestly, it's not a problem. CL, the Newcastle man, welcome back. CL says, I feel like Salah has fallen off, but he's still good. Yeah, Salah's time is up. Okay, you meant Saka. Okay, I thought you said Salah, because Salah has done everything there is to do in the game. He's a legend of the Premier League. He's a legend of football. So there is nothing more I expect from him at this age. He's already an old man. Majid says that Adam, so do you think Barcelona's high line defense is not a problem? Come on, everyone knows it, even Hansi Flick. Yeah, Barcelona can score lots of goals, right? But their defense is usually very, very open and porous. Yeah, so that's one thing I know. Teams that are very, very counter-oriented, counter-attacking oriented, can actually wreak havoc on the Barcelona defense. One thing with Barcelona is if you're playing them, you have to be very, very clinical in front of goal. If you get the chances, score your goals. Score. Mariam says, come on guys. Noble. Yeah, Mariam. Hashi says, if you had to sell 3 players and sign any 3 players back, who would you choose? If I had to sell 3 players and if I have to buy back 3 players, who would I choose? It depends on the players I'm buying back. If you're talking about buying back ex-players who have already retired, man, I definitely would get Cristiano Ronaldo back, right? Yeah, in his prime. I'm definitely signing him back. Okay, but before I sign him, I have to sell someone, right? I'm looking at something. Man, I'm looking at the 3 players I'm going to sell. Number 1, I'm going to sell Dalot, as I'm going to sell him off from that right back position. So if I'm going to replace Dalot, I'm definitely getting West Brown back to replace Dalot. Then I would get Cristiano Ronaldo back. Yeah, I will sell Brian Mbumo. Yeah, I'm not saying like I'm going to sell Mbumo now, but like if I want to win the league right now, right, and I want to sign ex-players that want to get me what I need, I I definitely will have Cristiano Ronaldo back. Yeah, I will have Ronaldo back. And Nemanja Vidic, I have to have him back. Yeah, anything I'm getting, I have to get Vidic back. So Ronaldo, Vidic, in this current squad, right? Yeah, Ronaldo, Vidic, and who? I will. I think maybe I might leave Dallo because I actually need some attacking power. So I will go with Ronaldo, Rooney, and Nemanja Vidic. These are the only three players I'm going to sign back in terms of the Man United ex-players or legends that have left United. So I would have gone with Dalot. Maybe if it's position for position, then Dalot might stay. But if it's just to get three players out, get three players in that can fix themselves in any position, I will have to take Dalot out. I will have to take who will I take out? I will have to take Maguire out. Yeah. Dalot, Maguire, and who starts in the left back? And let's say Brian Mbumo. Yeah, maybe Brian Mbumo. I'll take Brian Mbumo out. I love Mbumo, but yeah, that attacking force, I need reinforcements there. Very, very well. Hashir says, our Premier League gonna do that La Liga thing when teams are wearing the retro kit or not? Nah, I don't think so. Dance Away says, hi. Dance Away, welcome to the channel. Guys, if you're just joining Noble's View, hit the like button and also do let us know where you're connecting from. Adam says, at Hashir, probably not. Yeah, I don't think the Prem is gonna do that. Dance Away says, Man United is trash, bro. Which team do you support? Okay, you hate Man United. Which team do you support? Then I'll get what to tell you. Hashir says, left back is Luke Shaw for Man United. Yeah, Luke Shaw is the current left back, but yeah, we are just looking at the change would definitely make in the team if you want to get some players back. Let's see. Okay, I think I've answered that for Man United. Give me 3 names of players you would actually want to sell from your club and get 3 players from the legends of your club. So I think that would suffice, guys. Dance Away says Liverpool is best. Liverpool voted. Nah, Liverpool is not the best. Man United is the best club in England. Gogon Pop says, remember me last video? Yeah, Gogon Pop, I do remember you, brother. Now, I think you joined about 3 or 4 days ago. Yes, I remember you. Adam Anthony says, at Madrid, which Garcia, Joan Garcia or Eric? I like that Barcelona goalkeeper. Yeah, that Joan Garcia is a fantastic bowler. I like that guy. He's a very good goalkeeper, honestly. White Fang Moon says, good morning, Noble, and everyone in here. Yeah, good morning to you too, bro. Guys, let's get the likes up to 40. We are currently on 32 likes. And we have 11 people, or about, 15 people on the stream right now. So I need everyone to hit the like button so we can get it up to 40. Yeah, let's get the likes up, guys. Will Tracy says, hi, Noble, how are you? I'm doing amazing, brother. Thank you very much for asking. How are you doing as well? Let's get the likes up, guys. Let's get it up. Have you read the papers? Do you hear what they say? Rising unemployment, cost of living every day is getting high. Dance Away says, shut up, we are a Liverpool kid. You should be worried about your bald fraud you have at Liverpool. You should be worried about him. You guys are very much likely not to even be in Europe next season. So you should just calm down, bro. You should calm down. Liverpool at the moment is struggling. And the bald man is going to get you guys into a very difficult situation. Mariam says, Noble, do you remember me? Of course I do remember you, Mariam. You are a big fan of the channel. Nigerian case says, bro, you should shut up. I support Liverpool, but we are not supposed to be toxic. Don't worry. You are the one who is going to shut up very soon. When that bald man give you guys woto, you will shut up very well. Hashir says Arsenal are the best right now. Nah, Arsenal is not the best right now. Your form is terrible. Yeah, your form is very, very terrible. So you should be more concerned about getting the end of the league to win it. Because if you don't win the league, yeah, you're going to be in a very, very terrible situation. You guys who are Arsenal fans will leave the internet space for us. I've told you people, I'm coming for Arsenal. If Arsenal fails to win this league this season, you guys will hear from me. Arsenal, you guys will hear from me. If you felt this whole noise you guys have been making on the internet, and I've been supporting Arsenal for like 3 months ago for them to win the league, right? And where I got angry with Arsenal fans is when they began to talk about sextuple. I'm like, come on, guys. This is my problem with you guys. You are shouting sextuple. You are yet to win a trophy. And you are shouting sextuple. Now, they went from sextuple to quadruple, right? And I'm like, you don't have to talk about winning a sextuple or a quadruple. You have to win a trophy first. When you win one, you now look at a double. If you win a double, you can now talk about, okay, guys, let's do a treble. You've not won one, you've not won two, and you are shouting quadruple. That's really, really funny. And that was where my problem with Arsenal fans began this season. I'm like, come on, guys. You lot should just forget about this quadruple stuff. Now, they are talking about a double, right? They might end up going trophyless this season. That's how terrible it is. White Fan Moon says, hey, brother, there's a lot of funny people in here saying their teams are great. Yeah, it's just like Liverpool fans coming on to say Liverpool. Liverpool that hasn't won a match in the last 2 games they played. And they haven't scored a goal in the last 2 games they played. They lost 4-0 to Man City in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Lost 2-0 to PSG in the quarterfinals first leg of the Champions League. And they couldn't get one shot on target against PSG. And they are coming out to troll Man United or any other team. Nigerian case says, okay, dance away. Yeah, we are not in the best form we are not in the best of form right now, so we should not be talking. Yeah, I'm glad you actually recognize that's the exact thing to do. That's the right thing to do. You guys should just hide in shame, because that bald man is going to barb you guys. He's going to barb your head to make sure that there is nothing left on you guys' head. There's no hair left on your head. That bald man is going to do it for you all. I'm loving Liverpool's situation right now, honestly. Liverpool and Chelsea. I want Man City to do me a very, very big favor. Yeah, do me the Arsenal. You did Arsenal for me for 2-0. Did Liverpool 4-0. Do Chelsea for me as well 4-0. It's going to be an amazing last couple of weeks. 2-0 to Arsenal in the final, 4-0 to Liverpool last week, and 4-0 to Chelsea this weekend. It's going to be massive, honestly. It's going to be massive. Mariam says, don't you have to forget me? Just forget me now. Okay, Mariam, I've forgotten you. Who are you, please? Identify yourself, Mariam. Guys, let's get the likes up to 40. We are currently at 32 likes. So if you're just joining for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to Noble's View. We have a watch along later today. The Arsenal game against Bournemouth. That game is going to be a very tough one, but I reckon Arsenal will win that game, honestly. It's going to be tough, but I do see Arsenal winning that game against Bournemouth. Okay, guys, give me your prediction for the Arsenal-Bournemouth game, guys. Do you think Arsenal will bottle it today against Bournemouth, or they are going to win? I predicted a 2-1 Arsenal win, by the way, but I'm having a very, very strange feeling that as there might be an upset in that Arsenal game. I'm having a very strange feeling, honestly. Adam Anthony says bottle after bottle, sextuple to the double. Yes, Adam, and from the double to zero. That's the trajectory is going from sextuple to quadruple, now a double. They will now move from a double to zero. That's the typical Arsenal reality. I'm just waiting for them. If they lose this league, Arsenal, I'm waiting for you guys. Just lose the league. You guys will run away from us on this internet because the takes you hear from Arsenal fans is just terrible. Majid says our humanity is silent. User says looks like United fans are back from their caves. From your comment, I know definitely you're an Arsenal fan. User, definitely you're an Arsenal fan. Milo XP Gaming says 4-3. Who is your prediction favoring? Is it 4-3 Arsenal win against Bournemouth or Bournemouth 4-3 win against Arsenal? Which one? Nigerian K says, yeah, but it was at the Parc de France. Though, so 2-0 was generous for us. I just hope we can score one against PSG at Anfield like last season. Salah didn't even play also in the first leg. I expected PSG to beat Liverpool in that game like at least 4-1 or 4-0. That was what I expected in that game. Liverpool were very lucky not to have conceded so many goals in that game. Yeah, 2-0 is not too much, right? But that depends if you are on a very good run of form. And Liverpool at the moment, they are in a very, very terrible form. So, I think Liverpool are not getting a result against PSG at Anfield. Yeah, I think Liverpool are going to lose home and away to PSG. Yeah, PSG is very much likely to do what they did last season. They won all the English team they faced. Man City, did they face Man City last season? PSG won Liverpool. Yeah, I remember that. They won. Did they win Chelsea? No, did they even play Chelsea in that? I think they won Man City. Which other English team did they win? Guys, help me in the chat. How many English teams did PSG win last season? Because I remember they played lots of English teams, but the ones I can remember are Liverpool and Man City. Yeah, I'm trying to remember which other English team they played last season. CL says there could be an upset. Yeah, I'm having a very strong feeling that there's going to be an upset today for that Arsenal game. But I do predict Arsenal will win, but I'm having a strong feeling there might be an upset. CL says I'm going to watch all the games. I might not watch all, but the Tottenham game, I'm definitely going to watch it. The Chelsea game, I'll be watching the Chelsea game. Liverpool against Fulham, I'll watch that game. Arsenal Bournemouth for sure. Which other game? Man United is on Monday football. Yeah, it's Monday night football, so I'm going to watch that as well. Yeah. But yeah, I think I watch about 6 or 7 games this weekend. But let's see. Goom Bob says, who is the best YouTuber in the world in USA? Hashir says, we meant by Arsenal fans. Okay, CL says 4-2 to Arsenal. Okay, you're going for an Arsenal win 4-2. I predicted a 2-1 Arsenal win against Bournemouth, but I think it's going to be tough. Majid says, glad to hear that you are seeing that Arsenal will not win any trophies this season. Remember I told you this a month ago when you were saying Arsenal will win the Premier League. Arsenal will flop. Yeah, I was supporting them 3 months ago, 2 months ago, but yeah, I had a change of mind because those stuff they were saying on the internet, well, I was like, come on, guys. Arsenal, you guys should chill. But I think it's going to be difficult for Arsenal to win the league if they lose the game today or draw. It's going to be very, very difficult for them because Man City still has an outstanding match and they will still play Arsenal again. Afghan Gan says, what's your favorite team, bro? My favorite team is definitely Manchester United. You can see it from my jersey. I'm a Man United fan. Also, I support Real Madrid. Madrid is my second team. Hashir says we will win the league. Well, I still see Arsenal as the strong contenders, right? But it's still not over. I had Arsenal at 90% probability to win the league, but now I don't see it as being up to 90% because their form in their last 3 games have been terrible. They lost to Man City 2-0 in the Carabao Cup final, lost to Southampton 2-1 in the FA Cup quarterfinals, and they played 1-0 against Sporting CP in the Champions League. That was a very, very tight game, a narrow escape for Arsenal. 91st minute, late goal for Kai Havertz for Arsenal to win that game 2-1. Sorry, for Arsenal to win that game 1-0 against Sporting. So, I think Arsenal form recently is very bad. So, my percentage for Arsenal winning the league right now is about 60-65%. Yeah, I had it at 90 before, but now their recent form have been very, very bad. Okay. Whoa, I think there are lots of chats. Amir Zamonani says, do you want to be my friend? Amir, where are you connecting from? Zamonani, which country is that? Yeah, I know Amir sounds like an Arabic name, right? So I guess you're from the Gulf states. Hashir says, guys, let's make a chant about Liverpool being bad. Yeah, Liverpool is very, very terrible at the moment. I don't know why the media is not talking more like they should. If this was Man United being this bad, or Arsenal, let me say Man United, because Man United is one team that when it's going very bad for them, you see the media every day, their topic is all about Man United. But Liverpool spent over £400 million. Look at how bad they have been this season. But people are not talking about them enough, honestly. Miro Kovacevic says hi. Miro Kovacevic, are you from Croatia? Nice to have you on the channel. Jafan Peter says no. Jafan Peter, no to what exactly? Amir says Morocco. Okay, you're from Morocco. Okay, Ashraf Hakimi brother. And is it Hakim Ziyech? Okay, Ziyech is also Moroccan. Nice to have you on the channel, bro. Which football team do you support? Guys, I want us to get the likes to 40. We are currently at 34. I need everyone on the stream to hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel if you are new. Let's get the likes up, guys. CL says, have you been to England? Nah, I've not been to England before, but I do hope to visit England maybe before the end of the year or next year. I will definitely visit the UK. And it's mainly to come to Manchester United, to Manchester to watch my United games. Amir Zamonani says, Ronaldo or Messi? Definitely Cristiano Ronaldo. He's the GOAT. Mariam says, let's get the likes to 40, guys. Yeah, let's get the likes up to 40. 6 more likes to get to 40, guys. Let's get it up. Hashir says, Amir, I need chicken nuggets. Why? Why are you telling Amir you need chicken nuggets? Does he sell chicken nuggets? Okay, let's see. Mariam says, welcome to Morocco and its people, Amir. Nigerian case says, Slot should be sacked, bro. Last season, United was 15th or so, and you all lost the Europa League final to Spurs. We are only 5th. Yeah, looking at where you guys were last season and how many points you had last season compared to now, I would say your situation is even worse because Man United didn't spend 400 million pounds in the summer that they finished 15th. They didn't. And Liverpool, having won the Premier League, then you guys went on to sign lots of players. Signed Alexander Isak, Jeremy Frimpong, Hugo Ekitike, Florian Wirtz, Leone, who else? Milos Kerkez. Yeah, you guys signed 6 players for over 400 million pounds, and with nothing to show for it, you're struggling. The 5th you're talking about Liverpool being in right now, Liverpool will still drop from that 5th probably to like 7th or 8th. Yeah, Liverpool will drop from that position. And you guys are very lucky that Arsenal made it possible for you lots to be able to have a chance to go to Champions League next season, because 5 teams are going to qualify for the Champions League from England next season. Aside that, I wouldn't have even had Liverpool in the conversation of going for the Champions League next season. But let's see if they can still go, by the way. Amir Zamonani says CR7 is the best and the GOAT. Yeah, he's the GOAT of the game of football. Amir says, I'm now in Belgium in a hotel. Okay. Hashir says 5 is Europa League. Matt with Abhi says good morning. Yeah, good morning to you. Is it Abhi? Abhi. Math with Abhi. Abhi, are you a math teacher? Or you're a math guru? Which one are you? Are you a math teacher or a math guru? Mariam says Noble is from Nigeria but lives in China. Nigerian. Yeah, thank you very much for that, Mariam. Nigerian K, which part of Nigeria are you from? CL says, used to fear them on a cold night. Now it's just vibes and no fight. Pressing high. Nay, they are jogging back. Defense got hose like a snack pack. Pre-chorus. Where did the magic go? Liverpool situation is just so terrible. Honestly, it's so terrible, and I'm enjoying it. By the way, I'm enjoying Liverpool's predicament at the moment. Chelsea also, and these are the 2 teams I do not like at all. Chelsea and Liverpool. Chelsea is number 1. Liverpool is number 2 for me. These 2 teams, I always like to see them struggle, and it's really amazing to see Liverpool and Chelsea struggling. And I want Man City to do Chelsea dirty tomorrow, honestly. Yeah, if they can get it up to 4-5, yeah, I will support City very, very well for all the competitions they are playing in. Yeah, if City can do me give me a 4-5-0 against Chelsea, yeah, I'm going to support them 100%. Hashir says, I fear morning football and we play morning football today. Yeah, early kickoff is very tough. That's why I said I have a very, 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 very strange feeling about that Arsenal game. Honestly, I have a very strange feeling. Yeah, I predicted an Arsenal win, but yeah, I think it's going to be a very tough one for Arsenal. Nigerian case says Zamfara. Okay, Zamfara is say Guso. Yeah, Zamfara is Guso. K Hausawane, or you are a different tribe, because I know Zamfara has different tribes. I grew up in the north, by the way. I grew up in the north. Mariam says, it's clear, Amir, that you can speak so much English. Haha, bro, even my English better than yours. Amir says, I only speak a little Arabic but so much English. Catholic Rebel says, God bless. Catholic Rebel, welcome back, bro. Welcome back. Let's see. Okay, Nigerian case says, yes, but Trent is better than Frimpong, so we didn't upgrade that much. We also lost Luis Diaz, one of our most creative skillers, and playmakers because Slot wants to play Gakpo. Yeah, I think allowing Luis Diaz to go, I think that was a very wrong decision, honestly. Yeah, it was a very wrong decision from the Liverpool board. Uh, they should have allowed Luis Diaz to sell, probably give him a new contract. Yeah. Hashir says, I'm proud to be a Muslim. Yeah. Any religion you are, definitely, of course, you should be proud of it. For example, myself, I'm a Christian, and I'm proud to be a Christian, and I am not ashamed to say it. Anywhere I can say it, I'm a Christian. So definitely, as a Muslim, you shouldn't be ashamed to say you're a Muslim. Amir Zamonani says, are you a Muslim? Nah, I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian, Amir. CL says, remember those nights under the lights? Now it's just, we'll get them next time. Vibes, commentators trying to stay polite, rebuilding face. Yeah, right? Yeah, I think the media, the English media is going all soft on Liverpool. Because I bet you, if this was Manchester United, win a league title, and next season they spent over 400 million pounds to sign players, and they are this terrible, they are going to tear Man United into pieces. Yeah, but they are just going all soft on Liverpool. Yeah, also the likes of Alexander Isak, Florian Wirtz, they've not hit the ground running, and the media is just so light on them. Mariam says, Noble, I don't understand. Are you skipping comments or what are you doing? There are some comments I skip, some I read them because it's difficult for me to read everything one after another. Me77 says, brother, Liverpool 3, PSG 0 second leg. Well, it's football, so I can't rule that possibility. But if I'm going to give a probability in terms of the percentage, I think that would happen. I will go with 5%. Yeah, I know anything can happen with the 5%, right? And football, yeah, for sure, anything can still happen. But I really do not see Liverpool beating PSG. If Liverpool were in the best of form, then 100% I would say, yeah, Anfield is definitely a tough place to go. It's a fortress. But this season, Anfield hasn't been a fortress, right? Liverpool have lost games at Anfield that previously they would not have. So it's really a difficult one. I don't see Liverpool beating PSG in the second leg. Yeah, I don't see that happening. Amir Zamonani says, I'm from Maghreb. Okay, Morocco. All right. It's Zad says, say Adzi. Okay, Adzi, where are you connecting from? Hashir says, I'm from Azad, Kashmir. Is it the Kashmir in India or Pakistan? Which of the Kashmir is that? Because I know there's Kashmir in Pakistan and India. Slow Tie, welcome back. Hashir says Liverpool are shite. Yeah, Liverpool this season, they are very terrible. Guys, let's get the likes up. Let's get it up. Nigerian K says, I'm Fulani. Okay, Fulani, yeah. Oh, you guys speak Fulfude, right? Yeah. Nice to have you on the channel, bro. You're a Liverpool fan. Hashir says Pakistan. Okay, you're from Pakistan. Alright. Okay, that's the first time I'm hearing the name. Okay, yeah, I know Kashmir in Pakistan and India. I know about 4 cities in Pakistan: Lahore, Islamabad, Kashmir, and I think, is it Karachi or Karachi? I've forgotten which one it is. Amir Zamonani says, my little bro is annoying. Which of them? Who is your little bro that is annoying you, bro? Me says, Azad Kashmir was a Pakistani state. India Kashmir was named Jammu and Kashmir. Okay. Azad Kashmir. So why was the Pakistani Kashmir called Azad Kashmir. And why is the Indian Kashmir called Jammu and Kashmir? Mariam says, Amir, behave yourself, bro. Go and say shut up to anyone but not to me. What's happening in the chat, Mariam? Hashir says, Amir, I need a chicken nugget now. But also English, I sub. Okay. SK Brand Edit says, I sub now. Thank you very much, SK Brand Edit. Which team do you support, brother? Mariam says, thanks, SKB. Yeah, thank you very much, SKB, for subscribing to the channel. Guys, let's get the likes up. Let's get it up to 40. We are currently on 37. Nigerian K says, my most hated clubs are definitely Arsenal, Real Madrid, Inter Milano, and sometimes Man United. Yeah, in the northern part of Nigeria, lots of people support Spanish football, especially Madrid. Then when I was in the north, they call Madrid Madara. Barcelona have lots of fans as well, but Madrid had more fans in the northern part of Nigeria than they do in the west and the southern part and east as well. Yeah. But Inter Milan, I don't see much of Inter Milan fans in Nigeria. Yeah, but Arsenal has lots of fans as well. Fenyo Boya says, hi, remember me? Yeah, I do remember you, Fenyo Boya. Nice to have you back on the channel, but it's been a very long time. CL says, I have a feeling Newcastle will be on fire next season. Newcastle, I don't know if you guys are going to sack Eddie Howe, right? But Newcastle this season have not been good. But I think they are going to do better next season. Maybe. But let's see what happens though. Me says a sovereign state, brother. Alright. Thank you very much for that insight, me. Because prior to now, I didn't know about Kashmir. It was about a few months ago, I would say 4 or 5 months ago. There were a couple of persons on my channel that actually told me about Kashmir. Because when some people came to my channel, when people come to my channel, I ask them where they're from. And there were lots of people that are from Kashmir. They would say they are from India, Kashmir. And I think about a few days later, some other people came from Pakistan and they said they were from Kashmir. I'm like, wait, are there two different Kashmir? Is there Kashmir in India and also Kashmir in Pakistan? And they gave me an explanation. Yeah, there is a border crisis and some part of Kashmir is in India. The other part is in Pakistan. There's also another country that Kashmir is bordered around. Yeah. But I understand it. So that's why sometimes it's really good to relate with people. There are some things you might not know, but the more you relate with people, you get to have knowledge about those things. And personally, I'm someone that is very much open to learning new things, always. Teresa Harris says, how are you today? I'm doing amazing, bro. Hope you're good. CL says, bye, Noble. Have a good day. Thank you very much. I'll be ending the stream in about 10 minutes because there is an early kickoff today. And I need to rest for a while before I go live for the Arsenal game. So I will say I have about 10 or 15 minutes to be on the stream before I end it. We have a game today. It's match day. Arsenal against Bournemouth. So I'm definitely going to be back. Eldan says I'm back. Yeah, Eldan, it's been a while. Hashir says half is in Pakistan, half is in India. Yeah, now I know that. But previously, I honestly didn't know that. I know, yes, there is a border crisis between China and India. Yeah, Pakistan and India, I knew there was, but I really didn't know the exact name of the state or the border they were dragging with Pakistan. Nigerian case says, yeah, so most of my friends support Real Madrid, but they are just glory hunters. Yeah, in the north, it's more It's more of Madrid. Banana Kid says, you love my profile, I changed. I really can't see your profile clearly. Guys, let's get the likes up to 40. We are currently on 38 likes. So let's hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, also do not fail to subscribe to Noble's View. Me says, Arsenal game is today, brother. Yes, Arsenal game is today. They are playing Bournemouth and it's early kickoff. The Arsenal game is going to start 2 hours 30 minutes from now. Yeah, it's going to start 2 hours 30 minutes and it's going to be a tough game. It's at the Emirates. Hashir says, 1 like left. Yeah, guys, let's get the likes up. Eldan says, Liverpool or Fulham. That game is a tough game, brother. But I will go for a draw. That was my exact prediction. I predicted the Liverpool-Fulham game to be a draw. Fulham might even go to win that game because Liverpool at the moment, Liverpool are very, very terrible. Teresa Harris says, what position do you play in football? I play as a central defender, a goalkeeper, or as a defensive midfielder. I can play any of these positions. Sometimes if my team needs me to play left back or right back, I can help out. But I'm not really at my best in those positions. But center back, goalkeeper, and midfield, I can do a job for my team very well. Nigerian K says, my mother is from South Africa though, so I was born in Nigeria, but I live in South Africa now. Okay, really? That's nice. Do you speak Hausa very well, or it's just a Fulfude and English that you speak? Let's see. We have a couple of messages. I honestly can't read everything, so I'll try my best to see how many I can actually read. Teresa Harris, I already answered you, bro. Me says, I predict 3-0 Arsenal against AFC Bournemouth. 3-0? I honestly don't think it's going to be a 3-0 win, honestly. I don't think so. Yes, I predicted an Arsenal win. You guys can check out my short video I posted yesterday for my predictions, because I do the predictions every weekend or midweek that there are Premier League games. I do my predictions video. I also posted my preview video for the Arsenal game, Chelsea game, and Man United game. So also do check out the video as well. But I don't think this game is going to be up to that 3-0. Yeah, honestly, I don't think so. Bilal Ziani says, hello, man. Yeah, welcome back, brother. Hope you had a great night rest. Bilali? Is it Bilal or Bilali? Let me be sure. Sorry, guys. Let me be sure I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Is it Bilali or Bilal? Which one is it? Amir Zamonani says, bro, Senegal should go to the restroom so the coach of Morocco sees the... I don't understand what you're typing, Amir Zamonani. I don't understand what you're typing, bro. Teresa Harris says, where did you play the other day? Yeah, I played defensive midfield position for the game on Thursday. Yeah, my team lost that game 5-2. And I wasn't happy with the result of that game. But we are going to play a second leg. And I know definitely we are going to do better in the second leg. So let's see how the second leg goes. Eldan says Brentford or Everton. Brentford, Everton. Brentford are playing at home, right? Oh man, that game is going to be tough. I'll go with a 2-1 Brentford win against Everton. Mariam says, yes, Majid, finally 40. Yeah, guys, thank you very much for the likes. Thank you all for the likes. I appreciate, guys. Thank you a lot. Mariam says, Amir, what is the matter with you, bro? I don't understand, Amir. Real Danny says, do you know Abidi Pele? Yeah, Abidi Pele of Cameroon. I know him. He's a legend of the game and of African football. Nigerian K says, I used to, but I have had to learn some new languages in South Africa, so I forgot some Hausa. How long have you been in South Africa? Eldan, okay, I already read Eldan's message. Me says, brother, it must be hard to be a Manchester United fan. Always a very delay long game match day. I would say this is the first time I can remember I'm staying long without watching a Man United game when it's not when it's not the season coming to an end, or when it's not like a break time for players to, like the preseason, when before the season starts, like immediately the season ends, when players just go on holiday. This is the longest time I've stayed without watching a Man United game, honestly, in over almost 25 years now. It's crazy. Yeah, that 15th position we finished last season and been knocked out of the FA Cup and Carabao Cup in the first games that were played in the Carabao and FA Cup. That's a disgrace, honestly. That's a disgrace. Bilal says it's Bilal without saying the E. Okay, Bilal. Okay. That was why I needed to ask you that because, yeah, I know sometimes some words that are not English, you don't need to pronounce them like English words. I try to pronounce words in their original form. Yeah, I try my best to see if I can pronounce people's names correctly. Thank you for the correction, by the way. Amir says, my dad is Ashraf Hakimi. How old are you then? Mariam says, okay, Amir, congratulations. Real Dandy says, I see you managing Man United one day. Now, I'm not a football coach, but definitely I'll go to Man United very soon. Yeah, I just want to watch Man United play for the first time ever, because I've not watched Man United play a game before, like in the stand, in the stadium. I've not watched Man United play, so definitely I'm looking forward to that. Guys, let's get the likes up and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Let's get it up, guys. Oleku, tell me something where I know fit to. Malo too. Nigerian K says, I've been here for 8 years now. Really? How old are you, Nigerian K? That's a long time. I think that's at about the same time I came to China. It's been a very long time. Bilal says, bro, Amir is restarted. Eldan says, Burnley or Brighton? I think Brighton is going to win that game. Yeah, Brighton will win that game 3-1. Yeah, I'll go for a 3-1 Brighton win against Burnley. Jack Lessons says, hi. Jack Lessons, welcome back. Majid says, Amir, Senegal was the AFCON champions in the field. Morocco just couldn't take the loss and took it from the corrupt offices outside the field. Yeah, personally, I think that decision from CAF tribunal, or what they call them, is very, very terrible and shocking. Yeah, it's very terrible. Me says, losing to 5-2. I was hoping for a PSG 3-0. 8-2 leg. Chelsea remake, brother. Now, my team is going to bounce back for the second leg, right? It was the same football club. We played like a novelty match within ourselves. The new takers against the old takers. I'm part of the old takers team, and we lost that game, and it was very painful. I'm not happy with that game, and I didn't perform well as usual because I was not fully fit in that game, but I still tried my best to see if I can help my team. Mariam says, Bilal without pronouncing the E at the end of the name. Okay, I just remembered now. This guy, Bilal. Okay, but I think Bilal doesn't have an E after the L. Okay. Amir says, I'm 9 years old. Nigerian K says, Liverpool has back-to-back matches at Anfield, yet I don't feel confident. Yeah, Liverpool is terrible this season, honestly. They are very terrible. Majid says, Amir is so stupid and arrogant thinking Morocco has won the AFCON. Mariam says Bilal Amir says it's better at English than Arabic, yet he writes English incorrectly. What what does he do with Arabic then? The Amir guy, he said he's 9 years old, so I guess that explains it. Cause there was some stuff he was writing there in English that personally I was finding it very difficult to read out what he was saying. Yes, I understood where he was driving at, but yeah, the compositions and the spellings and everything were just not adding up. Eldan says this is the final Ronaldo and Messi World Cup. Yes, they cannot play another World Cup after this. They cannot. Yeah, both of them cannot play another World Cup. Me says, brother, you should imply Zidane's skills at your next performance. Yeah, I think my team made a couple of mistakes in the selection. Yeah, and some of our, I think about 2 or 3 of our key players came late. Yeah, we didn't have a good game. Yeah, we didn't have a good game, so that's just it. But I think in the second game, the return leg, we can actually do better for sure. Guys, let's get the likes. If you're just joining the channel, also don't fail to subscribe to Noble's View. Yeah, Neymar Glazer, welcome back, brother. Nigerian K says I'm 17 years old now. Okay, that means you left Nigeria as a kid. Yeah, you left Nigeria. So I understand why you must have forgotten the Hausa. Yeah, cause for me, I left the north because I grew up in the northern part of Nigeria. I left the north about I would say 17 or 16 years ago, but I still understand and speak Hausa language. Kota 9 says, are you living in London? Nah, I'm not living in London, bro. I'm living in China. Mariam says, yes, unfortunately, I love Morocco and its people, but the problem is that some of them are arrogant and fight, but I'll leave Amir alone because he's still young. Banana Kid says, hi, I'm Gogun Pub, but I'm a chance, a name? I don't understand. Teresa says, who is the best goalkeeper in the Premier League in your opinion? Mine is Pickford. Personality due to his crazy top bin saves. Now, the best goalkeeper in the Premier League this season, I'm definitely giving it to David Raya. Yeah, David Raya has been phenomenal. Bilal says, don't bully the poor kid. Aim Kamfa says, salam alaikum. Alaikum assalam. Is it alaikum assalam or alaikum assalama? I don't know if this guy is trying to make me speak nonsense. And your own is assalamu alaikum. I thought it was malaikum. His is going with a W instead of an M. It's going with a W. I thought it's assalamu alaikum. So why is he going assalamu alaikum? Me says, brother, this forgotten deadly duo of Greenwood and Jesse Lingard of Manchester United. Yeah, Greenwood is one of my favorite young talents in the last 10 years. But it's just unfortunate how his Man United career ended. Yeah. Moane Chikuka says, how is it? Chikuka, nice to have you back. Nice to have you back, brother. Bilal says, peace be unto you. Yeah, you bro, peace be unto you. Teresa Harris says, I found the best Man City song ever. The channel is called Music Football. Okay. Nigerian K says, when I was that young, my mom usually talked to me in English, so we didn't speak a lot of foreign languages. Really only sometimes I talk to my dad in Hausa, but most of the time, English. Yeah, I understand. It's you were very much young then, so it's normal for you to forget some Hausa language. Yeah, but for me, I left Hausa. I left the north as a teenager. Yeah, after I did my primary and secondary education in the northern part of Nigeria. Yeah, but I'm of the eastern region, but I grew up in the north, so I understand Hausa very well, and I also speak it. Kota 9 says, what do you do for a living? I I do different things for a living, by the way. I have a couple of businesses that I run. I'm my own boss, so I don't work for anybody. I have flexibility when it comes to my time management and things that I do. But mainly, I have a procurement firm. I also have a logistic company as well. So that's mainly the businesses that I do. I also have other small businesses by the sides that I do. Eldan says Lewandowski is not playing the World Cup. Yeah, Poland were knocked out of the FIFA World Cup playoff by, was it Sweden? Yeah, Sweden won them in that game. I think it was a 3-2 win. Yeah, it was a 3-2 win by Sweden against Poland. Bilal says, Noble, are you a Christian? Yes, bro, I'm a Christian. Exact Eddie says, hello, Noble, it's been a long time. My sister passed away to cancer, unfortunately, but I hope she has a good time in heaven, and I will try join your streams more. Ooh, I'm really sorry about that, bro. Cancer is a very it's a very terrible thing. I also, yeah, I lost my mom to cancer. Cancer is very terrible. So I do know how that feels. I'm really sorry for your loss, bro, and my condolences. Yeah. Cotta says my favorite player and favorite club. My favorite player of all time definitely is Cristiano Ronaldo, and my favorite club is Manchester United. Yeah, but if you're talking about who my favorite player is right now, it's definitely Bruno Fernandes. Yeah. Mariam says, Noble, to make it easier for you, you will find different spellings depending on the pronunciation, but since you are not an Arab, I'll write it for you the correct way. It's Assalamu alaikum. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for the clarification, Mariam. Eldan says, Due or Yamal? Due or Yamal? I like Due, but yeah, I will go with Yamal. But I'm a big fan of Desire Due. Very big fan of him. Short says, yo, Tottenham are in the relegation zone. Yeah, it's a very terrible situation for the Spurs team. After West Ham won 4-0 yesterday, Tottenham went down into that dead zone. But I think Spurs can actually get out of that relegation zone. But it depends on their results in the next 3 games. If they can get 2 wins out of 3, in their next 3 games, then I think they can come out of that zone and be in a very comfortable environment. Teresa says, read my message. Which message is that? Teresa Harris says, where is BG Ami, the Due, Yamal, and Mbappe lover? BG Ami came on earlier on, but he's already left the stream. Majid says, I'm sorry to hear about your mom, Noble. RIP Noble's mama, for sure. She's in a better place now. Yeah, she's in a better place. I do miss her. Sometimes it's when I remember the beautiful moment spent with my mom when she was alive. Yeah, it's really painful losing a loved one. So that's why I actually understand the feeling of the person in the chat that said he lost his sister to cancer. So it's a very terrible situation. Eldan says, I'll be back at 1:30 when Arsenal make start. Yeah, I'll be ending the stream shortly, honestly. I'm supposed to have ended it, but I think I have to end it now because I have to rest for at least 2 hours plus, then go live again for the Arsenal game. Banky Bobo says, when is the next match starting? The Arsenal game is starting, I think it's 12:30 UK time, or is it 11:30? I don't know what the time is in the UK now. If the time has actually changed back to normal, because what I have here for China time is 7:30, which is 2 hours 20 minutes from now. Banky Bobo, which country are you? What's the time in your country right now, so I can help you with the timing, because The game is going to start in 2 hours, 19 minutes from now. Nigerian K says, I got to go. All right, brother. See you later. Hope to see you in the game between Arsenal and Bournemouth. Me says, brother, why I have imagination that Bosnia will win the World Cup. You should check yourself if you are high on alcohol. Siop Han Bennett says the time over to UK is 11:11. Okay. Sometimes the UK time can be confusing for me because I know sometimes UK has the same time zone as Nigeria. Sometimes they are 1 hour less. So that's why I said I don't really know what the exact time. But thank you very much, Bennett, for helping me out with the UK time. Yeah, so I was thinking it's maybe 10:11 or 10:12 in the UK. But I know since the fixtures for games they've reduced 1 hour. Previously, they used to play games like late at night here in China, 4 a.m. Now it's now 3 a.m. So I think there's been a shift in the time zone. Banky Bobo says Nigeria. Okay, Banky Bobo, nice to have you on the channel. Yeah, the Arsenal game is going to be 12:30 p.m. Nigerian time. Yeah, that's the time for the Arsenal game. It's going to be interesting. Cool one, welcome back, bro. JC Life's Good says, why are you running? Why are you running? Are you Esbila? Teresa Harris says, Noble, I have to go, but I feel bad for you. RIP mom. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, it's been a very long time my mom died. It's been almost 6 years, so it's been a very long time. Thank you, by the way, bro. I do appreciate. Bennett, which football team do you support? Mariam says, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, my brother. May God have mercy on them and forgive them. Yes, cancer is a very difficult thing. I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, it's all good, Mariam. It's all good. Now, I think many people don't even know this, but I just said it because of the young man that said he lost his sister to cancer. Yeah, so that's just it. But it's all good. Thank you very much, Mariam. As she says, are you still going, Noble? Great work. Yeah, I'm going to end the stream shortly because I need to rest for a couple of hours before the Arsenal game starts. It's going to start in about 2 hours and 17 minutes from now. Yeah, so that's why I need to rest a little bit. Me says, brother, do you play football with contact lenses or no glasses? Nah, bro. I'm not using a medicated glass. I'm just... yeah, I'm using it because of the screen. But it's not a medicated glass. I'm just preventing my eyes because I've been using the screen for a very long time. My laptop, my phones as well. So that's why I'm putting on the glasses. So it's not like it's a medicated glass. Cool one says Spurs are in the relegation zone now. It's really a very terrible situation for Tottenham, honestly. Very, very terrible. But I think Tottenham might escape it. It's going to be a very, very slim chance for them, but they have the ability. Their new coach right now, I think he can do a job for them. But let's see how it goes. Bilal says, Mariam, Egypt is 1 hour different than Algeria, right? I think it's 12:13 there. Egypt and Algerian time is different, I think. Jack Stevenson says, Liverpool are better. Nah, Man United are better, bro. Come on. Amir says, end the stream. Yeah, Amir, I'm going to end it. Amir, Bilal, okay. Me says, I think I've read out the chat. All right, guys. I'll be ending the stream like I said. So thank you guys very much. Mariam says, yes, Bilal, Egypt is 1 hour different than Algeria and Nigeria. It's 12:15 now. Serious Fan Bat says, nice Chelsea shirt. Does this look like a Chelsea shirt? This Arsenal man. Banana Kid says, that's my new account. Gogon Pub. Banana Kid, it's my old account. Yeah, I remember the Banana Kid one. Cool one says, Noble, a few days ago on my ferry over to France. I saw a few very sad Liverpool fans coming back. Yeah, Liverpool fans are in a very, very difficult situation right now. Yeah, they are in a very, very bad place at the moment. But I'm enjoying every bit of it. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's very, very satisfying to see Liverpool in this terrible situation. This is what I've always known Liverpool to be. Those years, Liverpool will sign 12 players in a season. Sometimes they will sign some of them for £6 million, £10 million, £5 million. They will just pack lots of players. They believed more in quantity then than quality. I think that was okay. Yeah, Sterling was an academy player for Liverpool. Yeah, he came through the ranks of Liverpool's academy. Yeah, but then Liverpool signed lots of players every season. Liverpool signed every season. They will sign 9 players, 6, 9, 10. And I'm like, what's up with this club? Why are they signing too many players? Bilal says, nay, that's Tottenham. Tottenham game. Their game is tomorrow, right? So I think the game is going to be a very tough one. But I think Tottenham can survive. Yeah, they can survive actually. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. All right, guys. I need to end the stream now. We'll see you guys later in 2 hours, 13 minutes for the Arsenal game. Do enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you guys so much. If you are here to hit the like button, like the stream, and if you're joining the channel for the first time, do hit the like button, and also don't forget to like the stream. So see you guys later, and do have an amazing day ahead, guys. Mangus says do a sue. Now I don't have the space to do a sue, bro, but I'm a big Ronaldo fan. Mariam, I've forgotten about you, but maybe later on I will remember you. Alright, guys, thank you very much, and don't forget to like and subscribe to Noble's View. Bro, Mangus, I don't have the space here to do a sue, but thank you anyways. If you choose to subscribe to the channel, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Toda Petros, welcome to the channel. Thank you very much. Mangus and Toda Petros, thank you guys so much, and please subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate all of you. I'll be back in 2 hours time for the Arsenal game against AFC Bournemouth. The lineup just came out now. Yeah, the lineup for the Arsenal game. Oh, it's actually in 1 hour. Sorry, I made a mistake. Ooh. The Arsenal game is in 1 hour, and I was saying it's 2 hours. Yeah, it's 1 hour. Yeah, I think that's my mistake. It's starting in 1 hour, 11 minutes. Yeah, I made a mistake in that timing. Handle Break says, yo, what's up? I'm good, brother. Honestly, I have to leave you guys because I need to rest for at least 1 hour before the Arsenal game starts. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you very much. For those who just joined now, please do subscribe. And I'll be back for 1 hour for the Arsenal game against AFC Bournemouth. I think that game is going to be really tough. But let's see what happens, by the way, guys. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.